What is up? What is up? What is going on, good people? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We're about to be getting this thing started. Got a good one for you today. Got a number of things laid on the table. But we're about the bigger story. I don't care to talk about this generally, just looking at, a rapper died. I never cover those stories, but it's happened so much that I got to do a big picture discussion on it. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Going to be talking about aspects of the culture, why this is happening, and yeah, we're going to be getting into that. So strap on in. Let's get ready to go. Let's get it.
Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
What is up? What is up? What is going on, good people? Shout out to the early bird squad, those that make it in bright and early before we even get things started. I do appreciate each and every one of you who made it on in today. I see y'all coming in right now. Make sure you hit the like button, whether you're catching it now live or you're catching the show after it's uploaded. You know the routine by now. Glad to have each and every one of you in here. So let's go ahead and proceed to make this thing happen. And y'all know how I'm always dotting I's and crossing T's as the show gets started. And I had the opportunity to get somebody else to do this for me, but I decided to do it myself. And now I'm still doing it. Should have had somebody do it. But all right, let's go ahead and get this thing underway. But shout out to the early bird squad, those that make it in bright and early. We got Joe Ethereum in the building, says more to the point, who's cashing in on these insurance policies. Bruh, what insurance policies? What insurance policy? Negroes don't be having insurance policies. So there's that. Factor into the equation. There's that epic factor into the equation. They don't be having insurance policies. Now, I would think rappers, due to the fact that they make enough money to where they have to hire an accountant, to the point that they have to hire lawyers. I'm assuming they got enough smart and educated people around them to the point to where somebody in that circle, one of the the Jewish attorneys, lawyers, accountants, or whoever that they got around them, would help them out and make sure they get an insurance policy to make sure that mama and them get some money after they die, while simultaneously the Jewish guy's a buddy of a manager or record label owner is screwing the artist over. But all right, anyway. Kanye just done brought all that out of everybody, didn't he? But shout out to everybody in the building. I did pick up a new Patreon whose name I'm trying to find so I can properly shout him out. So I can properly shout him out. I do appreciate you becoming a Patreon, and I'm going to have to go dig that up. I'm going to have to dig that up throughout the course of the show to make sure we get your name in lights scrolling across the bottom. I'm going to have to make sure I get your name in light scrolling across the bottom. But shout out to Joe Ethereal. Shout out to Uneducated Lane. Says why? Because we keeping it real. Because when keeping it real goes wrong, that's why. Absolutely. Keeping it real goes wrong. It was a dice game involved with the shooting. How is that possible? How is a multi-million-dollar rapper in that intense of a dice game? I may just I might get in a dice game here and there, but I'm talking a family friendly dice game. I'm talking at my brother's house, the cousin and maybe some friends we known through middle school, and we just doing it just for fun. Because my brother got like a little poker table or something at his house. He got stuff like that going on. They're not damn. We might just shoot some. It ain't even my thing, but I'll get in a little family friendly dice game, and just to make it fun, if we everybody just pull out their ones, probably 13 singles between all of. Okay, let's just add a little something to it. And I don't even do that much, but every now and then a nice little family friendly dice game, but not so much now. But it was a time or two when it wasn't uncommon that you might go to my brother's house, and aside from the cousins and people we known since middle school or high school being there, the people that that's cool, we know every now and then a few unidentifiable niggas might be up in there, might be a hood nigga or two up in there. Not so much now, but it was a time when that was not completely uncommon, and in a dice game they jump off. I'm not getting in those dice games. Those dice games are serious. Those dice games are for real. I don't get in those ones. I'll play for fun. How you a multi-million-dollar rapper in that intense of a dice game? Like, no, your gambling is supposed to be a little more structured than an alley dice game. I'm sorry. But either way it go, LB Crypto in the building says it's been a minute, but I'm back. Let's get it. Let's get it for the number one show in the Black Manosphere, Bernard Riley. I appreciate you overrating me. I appreciate the vote of confidence. One of these days, I'm gonna live up to the way that you promote me. One of these days, I'm gonna live up to it. Uneducated Lane in the building. I think I already read one of yours. Yeah, but shout out to you. I'll do it. Go ahead and do another. He says I was in a barber shop, and they if I hit the Powerball. In the old if I hit the Powerball combo, I said they would never see me again if I hit. My barber would be coming to my home after security check. Absolutely. That's what it is. That's where it's at. That's what it's about. But shout out to TD Hutch. Shout out to LB Crypto again. Shout out to E Capone. Shout out to Snazzy Individual. Shout out to Bruce Mayer. Shout out to everybody. Said the record labels are getting these guys killed. There's the conspiracy theories. Negroes got to have the fresh conspiracy theory on deck. I don't buy all of that. I don't buy all of that. I think niggas gonna nigga, and we seeing niggas nigga. I'm gonna give my breakdown as to why this is happening. I'm gonna give my breakdown of why this is happening, because I remember in the good old days when we lost Tupac, and like a year later we lost Biggie. We thought that was a whole hell of a lot. Maybe a few years after that, Big Pun died of a heart attack. Stuff like that. That's what was going on. Easy E died of AIDS. AIDS and a heart attack. That's damn near natural causes. I mean, I'm just saying they didn't get shot. That's all I'm saying. It wasn't natural causes. Easy had to do something to get HIV, and Big Pun had to do something to get that fat and ultimately, have blood clots, arteries getting clogged and heart attacks and the whole works. Yeah, so I'm not saying, but I'm just saying they didn't get shot, but but now it's like every other month. Every other month a rapper is getting shot. Every other month. That is crazy. And we thought it was a lot back then. We literally thought that we thought it was happening a lot in the 90s and early 2000s. This stuff is out of control. Stuff is out of control. When I put together the thumbnail for today, and like this is like probably a third of the people. That's maybe a third. All right. That is maybe a third of the individuals. Like I tried to just make like a collage of the more popular ones. And full disclosure, I don't really listen to none of their music. I just, I'm all the new rap that come out. I don't, I don't know them niggas. I don't. I don't know them. So I'll be full disclosure. I don't be listening to their stuff. But when I put together a collage of the names that I could remember, and I, had to consult with somebody like, okay, who all died? The names that we were coming up with, I couldn't fit them all on the screen. I couldn't put them all in a collage. Like it's that many. It's that much of a problem. Like the stuff is wild. And when we thought it was an epidemic in the 90s. We thought it was a big thing in the 90s. But no, we was wrong. We was wrong. But a number of things on the table that I'm going to get into. I'm going to slow walk us into that main topic. I got a number of things on the table, but I would be remiss if I didn't briefly speak on this right here. I'll be remiss if I didn't briefly speak on this right here before I get into the main topic. I didn't want to do a whole show on it because I didn't feel like putting her name and face in the thumbnail. Nothing against her. I just didn't. I just didn't want to hop on that aspect of the hype too much. But I'd be remiss if I didn't give my take on it, because a lot of people have been saying some bull, and not necessarily people in this space, but people around this space who hate on this space. They try to make the argument that I've been seeing get made. And I don't know if it started with the content creator. Y'all know him from he used to be on the Sunday Rumbles, and he go back with O'Shea. If you from that time, George Macon. I think he's the one that started the whole thing, saying that she's that she's been anointed the woman king of the Black manosphere. I think he was the one that started that. And then O'Shea piggybacked on it. And I was going to do a formal video response and get all into that, but I was like, you know what? I'm not even trying to ride this wave, because I kept the wave where it should have been. That she just happened to be the person in the chair when Hafiz was hating on the manosphere and was hating on red pill concepts, while meanwhile giving also red pill advice splashed with a little blue. He stole aspects of what the red pill say. Well, borrowed, everybody free to borrow. He borrowed aspects of what the red pill say, borrowed aspects of what Kevin Samuels say, borrowed aspects of what alpha male strategies, or even Andrew Tate say. Got aspects of that, aspects of what Myron be talking about, Donovan Sharp be talking about. I took aspects of that and then started trying to, regurgitate it. Nothing wrong with that. Trying to sell it, trying to put it out there for the brothers, for men to consume it. But he also did that whole little thing of trying to hate on red pill. He started trying to kick legs out from under the table that a lot of our platforms were built on. And then when he started doing that, he first did it with Coach Greg Adams, and then he did it again in his conversation with Just Pearly Things. And then once we saw what it is, it was like game on. We rolled on him. We clicked up like NWO and rolled on him. Shout out to Jesse Ville for that video that I wish I had ready to go to play right now. Shout out to Jesse Ville for that video. But that's what happened. It wasn't about her. We was riding on Hafiz. And then now in some pro-black sectors, they're trying to spin it as if we was showing up with a cape on in defense of this chick that honestly a lot of us didn't know that much about, but you can't miss her because she got 500,000 subs. Well, I think 600,000 now. But the thing is like she was anointed, like she was elevated or raised up to that level because of black men. I'm like, no, We didn't have shit to do with her. She did her own thing. I think she went on Fresh and Fit like the Femme Sapien chick. And matter of fact, speaking of the Femme Sapien chick, Red sings the blues. Bruh. Anyway, coming back. Uh, we didn't make her. We didn't have nothing to do with her. She went on Fresh and Fit and got a little bump there. She started putting out content. She got in the algorithm. She got in the algorithm. We don't control the algorithm. We don't anoint kings. Honestly, we didn't even anoint Kevin Samuels. He made some fire ass content and he got in the algorithm and he grew outside of this space. Nobody crowned him king. It's like he earned a he if he was king, he earned his crown. We didn't give him that. We just we saw him blowing up and he doing his damn thing, and we support it. He was putting the message, some people could say, they didn't like this aspect of what he was saying or that aspect of what he was saying. But at the end of the day, he was putting out a message that came from the core of this space and the world was hearing it. So, of course, we supported and we backed him up and high five. You doing good. You killing it. We did reaction videos, but we didn't make him that big. So we for damn sure can't make her that big. The algorithm can make somebody that big. The algorithm. You make good content, people click on it, they watch it, they like it, and they had. I don't want to get into watch time, duration, and all of that stuff, but the algorithm can figure out if people are enjoying content or not. The algorithm can figure out if people are engaging in content. The algorithm can figure that out, and the algorithm figure out that hey, people like this person. They're going to YouTube's job when people watch YouTube's job is to keep them on YouTube. That's YouTube's only job. Somebody is watching YouTube. I have to make sure they don't leave YouTube and go to Instagram. They don't leave YouTube and go to TikTok. They don't leave YouTube and go to Facebook. I want to keep them right here. I want to distract them from all those other social media platforms, and I want to distract them from their personal life. I want them ignoring their spouse, their children, their job, or whatever else they need to be doing, and I want them watching YouTube. Not watching it, listening to it. I want YouTube playing on their psyche 24/7. The person who figures out how to cash in on that fact that the YouTube algorithm wants to feed content to people, the person who figures out what content to feed, how, when, what, why, where, and all of that, that's who wins. That's who gets crowned king or queen. The person who conquers the algorithm. That's it. So the Black Manosphere did not anoint her or make her. And I heard George Macon saying, in a video of that O'Shea replayed, he was saying something along the lines of, why are we letting her into a black space? A black space? She didn't come, she didn't like come into a black space and grow and become that big. She did her own thing. And even when I watched her show to brush up on what she be talking about, I saw her and a bunch of UK black people and some UK either white or racially ambiguous looking people or whatever. But either way it go, even the black people over there speaking with some accent that we don't identify with, talking in a way that we, I'm sitting there watching, like, speak English. Anglais, por favor. Okay, obviously I can understand their accent. I can understand what they were saying. But I wasn't seeing people I identified with. I wasn't. That wasn't black as we define black. And we pretty bad at defining black, but that wasn't black as we define black. That was something else over there. That was her trying to. I'm not even going to break down the psyche of why she used more melanated people. Probably because I think her channel was called something like the whitest white girl. So you got to stand out as the whitest white girl by having, don't have too many white people in the room. And black people are kind of cool. So, she just, she brought in UK black people that don't even relate to, associate, or identify with Black American bullshit. And she brought them into her studio and put out her content where they talked about general dating issues. And she went on Fresh and Fit, where they really talk about general dating issues, and they have a general audience from people all over the world that's heavy in the algorithm. And she got heavy probably in that same Fresh and Fit algorithm that's universal and not a black algorithm. And she blew up over there, didn't have shit to do with the black manosphere. We didn't make her. The only reason that we truly even dipped our toe into whatever the hell she was talking about is because Hafiz went on Coach Greg Adams. I mean, no, he had that debate with Coach Greg Adams. He said some bullshit. He tried to kick legs out from under the table that all our platforms was built on. So he went NWO on his ass. And then Hafiz went from Greg Adams to Pearly Things and did the same thing. And then was still over there trying to kick the legs out from under the table that all our platforms was built on. And then when we rolled on him and went NWO and Patriot Strikes Back, don't do that shit. I don't really care for that shit right there. I'm talking about what I'm talking about. I got another preliminary topic. Don't come in here. I got another preliminary topic before I get to this topic. And even I don't like that. I don't like that. Don't you kicking the legs off from under my show right now when you say, can we stop talking about what you talking about? Like, come on, man. Okay, damn. Okay, that went left. Let me take a sip of coffee. Take a sip of coffee. Wow. Hey, I love this jacket. My grandmother bought me this jacket, man. No, just one. That's what you do when somebody start making fun of something you got on. You gotta like talk like tears welling up in your eyes and tell them that your grandmother bought it, and then they get off you. But no. But anyway, Clarence Jr. coming in with his normal bullshit. He says normally I take credit for everything. No, I've taken credit for the words that, okay, not me personally. I'm just saying the general red pill space, and she will also acknowledge that the general red pill space is where she got her talking points from. She said she got a lot of shit from Kevin Samuels. So yeah, the general red pill manosphere space is where she got her she got her bars from over here. I've been said that. We'll take credit for that. But the overall growth of her growing her channel, that wasn't she didn't do that in the black core of the black manosphere. She didn't do that. She didn't do it. So all I'm pointing out and calling out the bullshit of the straw man argument that people are making, that if y'all gonna anoint a woman, why anoint her? Why not anoint a Danica Marie, or a Crimson Cure? Like, we don't control how many people go watch Crimson Cure or Danica Marie. Danica Marie grew her shit. She had 80,000 subs before I've ever heard about her. This chick had a couple 100,000 before I ever heard about her. These chicks are growing their platform separate and apart from us. Separate and apart, and they're doing their own thing. And yes, they're borrowing aspects of what we do. Yes, they're following a business model. Yes, they're doing it. And a lot of them are killing it. But so is Poor Man's Podcast. So is Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. So is Lead Attorney, even though he got a very special, unique niche. So is Lapeef. So is Crew Season. So is what are those dudes' names? I like them. It'd be 3 of them. Daily Wrap Up Crew. So is all of them. Everybody is seeing, what started here was started in hell, myself included. I just ain't blew up as big as some other people, but a lot of people saw what was going on and saw what was happening and was like, hey, I want to get in on this conversation. And then a lot of people got in on this conversation. I grew my stuff right in the heart of in the core of the black manosphere, with really close connections with the people who were at the root that would have said started the black that's essentially started the black manosphere. So my shit came close to the root. Other people, grew their shit out deeper into different algorithms, and those people grow faster. But the people even closely attached to the root, the people that even closely attached to the root. I mean, hell, Angry Man, I think, is just about to hit 30,000 subs if he haven't already. Like, this algorithm can't just propel somebody to 500,000 subs like that. If somebody want to get that far, they got to figure out a way to get out of this niche algorithm. But all right, just wanted to point that out, that a lot of people are making a lot of bullshit arguments. We didn't make her. He said Melanie King didn't get this pushback and she's black. Melanie King didn't get this pushback and she's black. You're confused about who's giving pushback and who's not. Pearly Things, if Melanie King didn't get pushback from the black manosphere, Pearly Things is not getting pushback from the black manosphere either. There's pockets of it that give criticism to all women who are talking, which is fine. But the Pearly Things pushback is coming from a pro-black sector that disagree with the manosphere, but they're trying to make it seem like we crowned and anointed her and gave her 600,000 subs. And he's like, why y'all didn't get that to the black women's? If we had the ability to give somebody 600,000 subs, we'd give it to our goddamn self. The fuck? Like, that's where the shit is stupid. That's where the shit is stupid. All right. Clarence, you full of shit, and you come in here and you try to derail topics more than women. It's crazy. But anyway, Sophisticated Ignorance says, do you believe in shadow banning? It is a thing. Shadow banning, if defined as people who are subscribed to you and even have banged the bell for the notifications, but they're not getting the notification. Yeah, that's a thing. And I know people personally who's went through that and currently going through that, to where I talked to somebody. I mean, I don't even want to put out there who it is, but y'all probably can figure it out. But I've talked to somebody like, all right, I got the bell banged on your show. All right, set up your show. All right, you set up your show. I'm going to watch and see by the time your show starts, see if I get that notification. Damn, you on the air 30 minutes. I haven't got the notification. And so that's shadow banning. Some people can look at their amount of impressions they get, how many people see their thumbnail, and to figure out, damn, they're not sending my thumbnail out to people. And normally, a lot of times with a lot of people, it's normally an event that causes it. so yeah, it can happen. It can happen. But Cole's still in the building. He says all it takes is any attractive woman telling frustrated simps everything they want to hear, and they eat it up. That's the formula. That is a formula. That is a formula. But I don't want to say that's solely what it is. I don't want to just put frustrated. I don't want to just. I don't want to label frustrated simps as the core audience. Because put it like this: if frustrated simps is her core audience, then I mean it's everybody's core audience. So you're just shitting on the whole space by doing that. So yeah. So I'm not going to go that far, but that is a factor in the equation. That is a factor in the equation. That, you know, some people want to see a chick get dressed up in you know, and I've said this before, they want to see a chick, you know, she get dressed up cute and be like, I'm speaking up and saying the things you want to say. Don't I look good when I'm saying it? And I'm saying things you agree with. You like it, don't you? You like it, don't you? You know, that's what it come off as. It come off as that. And that's where it get goofy to me. But all right, moving on. But in conclusion with that, we have nothing to do with the algorithm choosing her. I found out that she literally put out 18 videos a day. 18 videos a day. She got a whole staff. When it comes to that algorithm, she attacked that algorithm. You attacking the algorithm that tough with good content, you're going to make it. But anyway, real quick, before I roll into the main topic, we got to talk about Barack Obama. I wanted to do a whole show on this, but I'm going to get into the main topic. But I do want to touch on the things I didn't really get a chance to do a whole show on. The Cousin Pookie voting strategy. We've criticized black men, or we've criticized Democratic politicians for all the things they've done. They've given us get your booty to the poll, vax that thing up, no voting, no vucking. Hillary Clinton is hot sauce in the bag. Is images of her doing the Dougie, or the lean with it, rock with it, or whatever she was trying to do. All of that is going on. All of that is a real thing. All of that is a real thing. But Barack Obama been doing his own version of that, and I'm disappointed because a lot of y'all know this is a more conservative space, so a lot of y'all like fuck Obama. He ain't do nothing for black people anyway. But either way it go, either way it go, there is a sense of pride that I feel, and being able to say, yeah, it was a black man was president of the United States. I do feel like I still feel that way. I feel that way. However, even though Barack getting older, the older he get and the whiter his hair get, he's that the Barack Hussein Obama, that Hussein just comes out a little more as he gets older. Yeah, he looking less Barack and more Hussein right now when I look at that picture. Like, yeah, yeah, he, I don't know. He looking less Barack and more Hussein. But anyway, he, while campaigning the upcoming elections, while campaigning, after strippers didn't work, gay men didn't work, all they're pulling out all the stops. Hot sauce out the bag didn't work. They're using the cousin Pookie strategy, and I heard Roland Martin even talking about this. But Obama literally said, "Cousin Pookie, that guy, that cousin Pookie of yours, that you gotta drag cousin Pookie out there to the polls." That's what Obama is talking about. He was like, he's like, and I like cousin Pookie. He forgets things. So you gotta remind cousin Pookie. You gotta get him up. Gotta get him off the couch and drag him in. It's like, so that's their targeting black male voters strategy with this. That's how they're going to target black male voters. We're not going to we see we can't appeal to you. We can't use pussy to get you to the polls. We can't nothing, and that's our secret weapon. That's our Luke Skywalker blowing up the Death Star. That's our Captain Marvel going through that Black Order ship at the end. Like, that's if pussy don't work, we have no other card to play. We already pulled out our biggest trump card and it didn't work. So now they're going back to just talking to black women to, like, and Roland Martin even said it. That guy up in your house, he eating your food, he using up your Wi-Fi. Let him know if he ain't voting, he got to find somewhere else to go. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're doing the cousin Pookie, the cousin Pookie / homosexual voting strategy, where basically they tell people, make sure you bring your cousin Pookie, the ain't shit, good for nothing dude. Let's make sure you drag him to the polls too. So you get a 2-for-1 if you can bring your resident Pookie in with you. Everybody, we know you got somebody living in your basement. They're doing that strategy. They're doing the cousin Pookie voting strategy. That's what they're doing. But yeah, that's what the Democrats think about us. That's what the Democrats think about us. And one more thing, I'll be remiss if I didn't touch on it. Bruh. I'm not even gonna talk about it. If you know, you know. Bruh. But all right. Getting to the main topic here. And by the way, shout out to, before we dig into this main topic, I know I saw more super chats. Okay, wait, I saw Cold Steel, John Gatley. I thought it was another one in between just Cold Steel and John Gatley. But John Gatley in the building with the $10 super chat. I do appreciate you very much. He says, Pearl is good with me. I believe women will only respond to male actions, walking away, but they may listen to other women. The vote thing, 100%. Yeah. Well, okay, for the first part of what you said, yeah, she's good with me. I mean, listen, the market is what the market is, and then we sort of went over this when me and when I had Chantel Simone on, who and I like Chantel. She cool, no biggie, no problems there. She came on my show. She didn't have to. She got more subs than me. She could have said no. She came on my show, so she cool. I don't know if we'll see if it happened. There's a she said something about me coming on her show, but I was like, I'll come up with a topic. I haven't came up with one yet, so y'all might see me over there. We'll see. But either way, What was I talking about? Oh yeah, he said Pearl is good with me. Yeah, she does good content. I don't think she did good in that Hafiz debate, like everybody said. She was a deer in headlights to me. Didn't really have a whole lot to say in response to the nonsense he was saying at the beginning of the show. She did, but like once it got like 30 minutes in, he just was talking all over the place, and she just was like, okay, huh. It's like she just So it was kind of weird. That discussion was just too weird for me to say that she won a debate or did a good job. It was just too weird. You know, he lost. If he lost the debate, he beat himself. She didn't beat him. He was punching himself in the nose. I mean, I don't know. I can't explain. It was just a weird discussion for me. But overall, if you just click any random video at random of Pearl, yeah, she knows how to competently speak on the issues and the topics. She knows how to competently speak on the issues and the topics, and she's pretty good. And she did real good content. And she put in a hell of a lot of work. I didn't even realize that. I looked at her channel. Yeah. She's dropping a video drops every 2-3 hours. Like she got a staff out of this world. Like, I was listening to her and she was explaining how she got a staff that's on payroll that she pays, and I think it may have been some cap where I think she was saying she didn't start making money until last month because she's paying so many people. Like that can happen. But either way, let's just say that's true. Let's just say that's true. That's a hell of a lot of work ethic, and that's good business because you're not making any money, but you're growing your business so large. When you do start making money, you'll go from making nothing to 40,000 a month like that. So that she grew that thing out of this world. Now bring her down. See, I got people working for me. I got an administrator. I didn't pull that picture up. I don't want to look at her no more. Take that shit down. All right, I got it. Okay. Yeah. But that was good. That was good of you to hear me talking about something and then make it pop on the screen. But no, I already had her up there enough. But no, all I'm saying is she's a good, competent content creator who speaks competently on these issues. End of. And she got a work ethic, staff. She built the infrastructure. She made a vertical business out of her YouTube channel. Business wise, you got to applaud that. But far as everything you're saying, I believe women will only respond to male actions. It's not about women responding, and that's one of the misconceptions, and that allows people to essentially hate on the space when they try to make it seem like the major part of what we do is trying to get women to do things differently. That's an inevitable result or end game of it. But at the end of the day, like I said, we all have majority 90% male audiences. We're talking to men about women. Yes, we're talking shit about women and the shit that women do. But at the end of the day, arming men with all this information is going to change the way that the men move. And if the men move different, the women by default will have to move differently. Or they just, and shit. See, now you're messing up. I was moving on to the main topic. When the main topic is up, the main topic is up. Don't ever take it down and then not put it back up. But anyway. Anyway. There's what was it that he says? I believe women will only respond to male actions. Walking away. But yeah, so we're talking to a majority male audience about women and the shit that women do. We're arming men with information, and when the men move different, the women by default will have to move different. So I don't like whenever I hear somebody saying something that sounds like they're trying to kick legs out from under the table of the conversations that we're having. You weren't trying to do that directly, but maybe indirectly. I don't think you realize that's what that comment potentially does. If you say it's all about male actions, well, I mean, here, men, this is where men get the actions, but the overall main primary goal, we're not here talking to 8% women to please change and act different. At the end of the day, we're going to talk shit about the bullshit that women do, arm men with the information, and then men can move different accordingly and make good decisions accordingly of what's going on. We're going to educate, entertain, and enlighten, but that's what we do. That's what we do. But shout out to Elevated Engineering. He said they could just give black men intangibles, talking about the Democrats. Yeah. There I said it in the building, says salute BR. Shout out to you. And we got a cash app from Perry. Perry sent a $5 cash app. Do appreciate that. Do appreciate that. And I think that's it on the cash app end. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the main topic, the topic in the title. Let's go ahead and get into that. Why? And maybe I shouldn't have made that black because y'all can barely see that. But why do modern rappers keep getting killed? And yes, modern rappers, because some people would argue that rappers have been getting killed for the longest. We all remember Tupac and Biggie. That was an epidemic at the time. Tupac died in 96, Biggie died in 97. As I said earlier in the show, yes, Easy E before that, but that was AIDS. Big Pun sometime after that, but that was a heart attack or clogged arteries or whatever, he died from, I don't know, fat people disease. I don't know. He died. As far as getting shot after Tupac and Biggie, it was a long gap that I can remember before another major identifiable rapper was shot. And even whoever was next, it was a long gap between that. This stuff is every 2 months now. This stuff is every couple months a rapper is dying. That is beyond, like, we thought it was a lot in the 90s. We was wrong. We thought it was a lot in the 90s and early 2000s. We were wrong. That wasn't a lot. It is a ridiculous amount right now. A ridiculous amount. I couldn't fit all the faces in this picture. Not if the people were going to be generally this size. I couldn't fit everybody. I couldn't fit everybody. And all of this is just the last few years. It's every couple months, every few months, another one is dying. So I was trying to figure out the reasons why. I came up with roughly 5 reasons why. I actually made a short about it, but I just ran through it so fast I didn't really get to flesh anything out. Here are the reasons why. It's generally 5 reasons why. Maybe you could add in a few more, but generally 5 reasons why rappers, modern rappers, are being killed at the rate that they're being killed. Number one, social media. Social media and all of this modern accessibility. Is the biggest, is the central reason, I'll say. Is the central reason. The number one, hold on, real quick. Oh, I apologize. That is the biggest, most central reason as to why it's happening. I need to change one thing in the title. Give me 1 second. See, this is something I need to get somebody to do. I got somebody work behind the scenes on the StreamYard end. I don't got nobody working on the change titles on YouTube because I don't want nobody all in my YouTube stuff. You can play with my StreamYard. You can't play with my YouTube. Hold on. Hold on. All right, had to do something real quick. All right. Now we back. Had to change something. All right. It's social media and accessibility to the stars. Social media and accessibility to the stars. That is the number one biggest reason. Before, when there was a star, you didn't get to see them like that. You didn't know where they was at. And if you found out where they was at, it was just a chance occasion. It is a chance occasion. But now a star who get out on the scene, and let's just say he out in Atlanta somewhere, he out on the scene somewhere. Everybody got a camera in their phone. Everybody's walking around with a camera in the palm of their hands. They're filming them. They're looking at them. They're snapping. He over there behind them, and they like just they doing one of these. So that means everybody knows where he is. Even if he ain't giving up his location in the moment, the mere fact that at any given moment 100 people can see this person and be like, hey, young so-and-so, these rappers' names, is over there. And then now it's all blasted through social media. And 100 people just put it out there. and then maybe 1,000 more people shared it. So now everybody know their location. They can't even just go nowhere and be regular. I mean, it can't be regular if you're famous, but they just can't go nowhere. If they're somewhere like at the Waffle or Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle, where one of them got shot, it's it's enough people in there to where the social media, one person share it, another person share it, then everybody, it's thousands upon thousands of people that just know that, okay, this man is eating chicken and waffles at Roscoe's. Okay, it's that easy. The accessibility to them is just through the roof. Now you take that type of accessibility and you average into the equation. This is something that we don't talk about that much, because when we talk about rappers, okay, when we talk about Eminem's song Stan, we think of the crazy white boy slit your wrist. No, there are black Stans out there. There are black Stans. Let's not get that twisted. Let's not get that twisted. There are black Stans out there. Stan in the video. I know. I don't care how young you are. You've seen Eminem song Stan. I know what I'm talking about. I ain't got to explain that, how it was a song about a crazy fan who was on some murderous stuff. It's black Stans. They be just as obsessed with an artist. Black a Stan. Wow, good connection. See, you calling them clout chasers. I'm calling them black Stans at this point. They are crazy fans. Crazy fans who get jealous, who get to the point that they was trying to meet the star, or they ran into the star out somewhere and was like, "Hey, yo, what up?" And then the star, he busy, he probably, and got snubbed. And now instead of that person just telling a story about how, man, back in the 90s, I came across Nas, and man, he was like, nah, I tried to shake his hand and he like pulled away. Instead of somebody just having that weird story, but no, now you following him everywhere he going on social media. You looking at anytime he anywhere. You know what city he live in. If you're good, you can figure out what neighborhood, if not what house they live in. Like, you can figure out so much stuff about them nowadays. Now those stands are able to go find the artists that they don't like. They able to go find them like that. And even if they're being able to find them, game is not that strong. If you know that it's strong enough to where that let's just say if he's from, I don't know, let's say you live in Cali, but he's gonna be in Atlanta and you live in Atlanta. If you just staying locked in on social media, you could figure out where he at. So those stands are pulling up. So take that whole stand mentality, because a lot of these people that be shooting these dudes, some of them be stands. Let's go ahead and call that. Take that. Holy shit, I can't stand it. Be the same motherfuckers. This wasn't that, Bernard. You see a fleet of rappers on the screen. Clearly, I'm having a general conversation. Not talking specifically about what happened with Takeoff. Not talking specifically about what happened with that. Clearly, this is a general discussion, and it's in the title, why do modern rappers keep getting killed? I didn't get upset. Okay, let me take a sip. I did get annoyed. You one of them. You one of them ones that come in just disagreeing to disagree. Shit. All right. No problem. I'm back. What was I saying? Moving on from the damn black stands, because a lot of them people be stands. Then you couple that with the fact that black people, and y'all know we got this. He said he's a stand. AC cool. I actually like AC. He be clowning, but sometimes he do give good. He gives good pushback to where, okay, we got something to debate. I ain't tripping. No, DeMac the trucker. It's not that just all them died. That's the smaller list. Those were the more popular ones. When I was, brainstorming with somebody trying to figure out who all died in the last few years, we couldn't fit everybody on the list. Because when you start counting for like the local rappers, The little local rappers in Atlanta, the local rappers in other little places in the South, local rappers in Detroit. When you start factoring that into the equation, because there's some popular local rappers that made hundreds of thousands of dollars in the game, but they never blew up mainstream. When you factor that into the game, it's a whole nother monster. It's a whole nother monster at that point. Like, man. But here's the deal. As I said, the first two things: social media and accessibility to the stars. They have an endless amount of accessibility that never existed before. Remember on the song "Stan," where he's like, we waited in the blistering cold for 6 hours, and you just said no when they was trying to get him and his little brother was trying to get an autograph. Like, that's how it was. You might be waiting out in the cold just to get an autograph. Now you can just pull right up on them. You know where they at. Social media, all this accessibility, all the modern ways of finding out where somebody at. You can just pull right up on them. It's so easy to just catch them slipping at the Waffle House. It's so easy nowadays. So easy. So you take all that accessibility and the fact that, the thing that's floating under the radar is a lot of black stands out there. And then you take that and you merge it with the general crab in the barrel mentality that a lot of black folks have. They hate to see other niggas doing good, to the point to where they will come in the comment section saying stupid ass comments and hating and shit. I ain't talking about nobody in particular. But anyway, it's the general crab in the barrel mentality that a lot of black people have. We hate to see other black folks doing good. We see them doing good. Why they deserve to be there and not me. And they feel like I'm better than this person. He ain't all that. He just another nigga who from where I'm from, but now he too good to be where I'm from. He living on the highlight. That crab in the barrel mentality mixed with all that accessibility to them, mixed to the fact be on some outright stand type stuff. All of that comes together into a perfect cocktail that's going to have people targeting these rappers that they have all this access to right now. And then a lot of the rappers like Nipsey and probably a lot of these other ones, they got that I'm going to keep it real mentality. I'm going to stay in the hood. I'm going to be around the hood. I'm going to build businesses in the hood. And I'm going to be there. I'm a man of the people. They got that mentality, which that's it's something to respect there. I'm not saying it's the smartest thing to do, but it's something to respect there. Don't get that part twisted. So you take that factor into the equation. That what did I say? The social media accessibility. What did I say? The social media accessibility. The fact that there's a lot of under the radar black stands. The fact that the black people got that crab in the barrel mentality that they already just trying to bring somebody down who doing anything, let alone making a meal, rapping, and then still walking around the hood. Let alone that. Then you take that and you average into the equation. The rappers, excuse me, and a lot of people don't like this one. A lot of people not gonna like this one. The rappers are rapping about shooting, killing, committing crimes. They putting that shit on repeat, inceptioning that shit into everybody's mind. That the stuff that's happening to them, that's what their music is about. So you ask the question, why don't you hear about rock and roll singers getting shot at the same rate? Their music is about niggas shooting niggas. It's not a big surprise that it's going to come back their way. Now, here's the pushback, and let me just still man the pushback. The artists rapping about doing it ain't going to make nobody do it. Okay, fair enough. What did Eminem say and sing for the moment? Music can talk to you and alter moves, but can it load a gun for you and cock it too? Yeah. Very true. Very true. So in that sense, you can't blame the music. I want to make that clear. You can't blame the music because individuals are responsible for their own actions wherever they got the ideas from. whatever influenced them. I don't care. The individual adult is responsible for their own actions. So I'm not removing responsibility. Those are some of the arguments that people make. But the argument that I think people make that argument because they want to run from the fact that if the music is circulating in everybody's head, it's already high crime in black neighborhoods, particularly poor black neighborhoods. Then you got music that talk to you when alter moves, as Eminem was saying, glorifying the shit. I'm just saying, it's not a so it's bare minimum not good. It's not good if the music is glorifying the thing that's the problem. You know, so here's the deal: the majority of people are going to listen to it and enjoy it and just have a good time. I like the most hardcore rapper that I like. I like quirky nerdy rappers like fucking Childish Gambino. You know, before he started singing soul music, he had a few rap albums that I like. I like Kanye. I still like Kanye music before all even before all this stuff was going on. And I still like him. Kanye can do no wrong musically. I like rappers like that. That's the type of stuff I like. But the most hardcore rapper that I currently will listen to is The Game. And when The Game, he got some songs where he just talking about some grimy, murderous shit. And I'm like, and like me being a sane, normal, rational, clear, level-headed person, I could see it and I could pull the poetry out of it. I could see the art in what he's talking about, how he's giving graphic description of what's going on out there, mixed with glorifying it like it's the life to live, but I can still see the art. I can do that. Average person can't do it. Oh no, let me take that back. The average person can do it. It's the small percentage that can't. It's the small percentage that can't. It's the small percentage that are out there living that lifestyle, not in some, hey, my back was against the wall and I did what I had to do. I had to survive. I ain't talking about them ones. I'm talking about the ones who gravitate to that lifestyle running full speed when there was other options on the table. The fact that the music is glorifying it, you can't pretend like that ain't a factor in the equation. You can't. You can't. And so like that's a factor in the equation, that you got their music glorifying the type of stuff that's coming back and happening to them. So you got this audience base of people who are they're in that small percentage of those that are impressionable. They toting guns legally or illegally. They toting guns. They out there doing all that ill shit. They out there doing all that ill shit that's in the music, where they ain't like me, they ain't like you, they ain't like the majority of people who just see it as art and entertainment. No, it's some people who actually trying to they actually live it. And really the realest rappers are the ones that say, no, I don't just talk it, I live it. Like if you actually live it, like then you doing it legit. Then you're doing it legit. Rather you listening to the rap or you doing the rap. You're doing it legit if you live it. You got to average that into the equation. That is going to be a percentage of their fan base that's on some I live it shit. And if that small percentage fall in those first three categories that I talked about, social media, I keep putting up the wrong hand. Social media and accessibility to the star, mixed with the fact that it's a lot of stands, black stands. We just think about crazy white boys when we think of stands, but no, it's a lot of black stands out there, mixed with the crab in a barrel mentality, mixed with the fact that they already toting guns and live that type of lifestyle, and the people with all those different those personality types, those are the ones that are out there committing all those crimes we see on the news any goddamn way. If they already doing that shit anyway, and they already have those first four characteristics, only a matter of time before five they take out one of the big fish that they have all this accessibility to, that they already standing about right now, that they already got a crab in a barrel mentality, that they already walking around toting guns and doing all kind of shit anyway to regular dudes. Eventually, they're gonna go and take out one of the big guns. Eventually, that's gonna happen. That's why they ended up seemingly getting shot over nothing, over bullshit. Over bullshit. And all those factors rolled into the equation. It just leads me to the point to where I'm like, this stuff ain't going nowhere. This stuff is not going nowhere. These things are happening. They will more than likely continue to happen. I don't see them at any point not happening. I don't see it going nowhere at all, nowhere fast whatsoever. And that's my general take on that. The link is in the chat if anybody want to come up and give your take on why all these rappers are being killed. Why is it possible that a millionaire rapper is in a dice game of that level of intensity? Why? And you, this is going back to point 4. You can't say that the rap culture ain't got nothing to do with it, because you know who gambles a lot? Professional athletes. And it's some rumors and stories of some fist fights that's broken out because they be having like $1 million Jordan on like the plane or the bus. They in the back, they playing cars, they playing Biz Wiz and all kind of whatever they play. They playing $10,000 a hand. You know, it's people who done got in a hole and then owed another athlete a few $100,000. He's like, hey, you got to pay me my money. He's like, I pay your monkey ass when I feel like it. And then, and you know, it's been a fight. It's been a fight or two, but at the end of the day, you know, they come to terms. People pay up. It's not that big of a deal. On the point that I'm making, nobody gets shot. Jordan be gambling $1 million. Jordan and a lot of his black celebrity buddies be gambling. It'd be $50,000 on the table. They doing for golf. It'd be hundreds of $1,000s at risk. Sometimes millions. Sometimes they go in the whole millions of dollars. We talking about black people. We talking about rich black people having recreational gambling with each other. Nobody gets shot. You see, so something in the rap culture has a hell of a lot to do with this. But anyway, we do got people coming on up. Do appreciate each and every one of you. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button as we get this thing going. Shout out to everybody who has supported the stream thus far. Sophisticated Ignorance, Cold Steel, John Gatley, Elevated Engineering. There, I said it. Shout out to all of you. I appreciate each and every one of you. And shout out to Perry who came through on the Cash App. And so without further ado, let's bring up, we got Judge Zilla and AC Star. And let me bring down this image here so we can see y'all. All right, cool. We are in the building. You got, what's up, Judge Zilla in the building? You got the floor, you got the mic.
Hey, thank you, man. How am I coming through? How am I coming through? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, you coming good.
Okay. All right. First of all, thank you for having me up.
No doubt.
Can't wait. I cannot wait for Torque 2 or for you to get the part as Daredevil sidekick Wavecat. That jacket is
Hey man, I literally love. Okay, story.
Bro,
I've been
jacket
wearing.
is nice, bro.
Thank you. I this is my second jacket like this. The first one, something happened to it, and I ripped it and almost cried, and so I bought another one. So yeah, so I this jacket ain't going nowhere. I love this jacket.
You know I got to come with the jokes.
I know it. But go ahead. What you got on this subject?
As far as the subject goes, this is what I don't understand. Okay, all right. This is a time for celebration.
Oh shit! Come on, man.
No,
come on, man.
No. Have you watched Vikings?
No, but before you make that Vikings connection, Kenneth Williams is the name that I was looking for. No, I'm sorry. Well, you know what? Until you formally let me know, because I got it wrong. It's not Williams, but no, I'm going to give it away. Okay. I'm sorry. I hope. Let me know if you don't want your name out there, because I already put it out there. Well, okay. KM. let's go KM Johnson. Okay, that's I'll go with your email. KM
What
Johnson.
the hell?
What?
James Clark.
What about James Clark?
Yo, get that shit out of there, Bernard. That shit is not cool.
What's going on?
James
Oh,
Clark,
okay.
take that shit
Hey,
out.
moderators, y'all know what to do. Go ahead and block that. Go ahead and block that.
Anyway, sorry about that. I got distracted.
But yeah.
Look, no, if you've watched Vikings, right?
But hold on,
Vikings-
Kenneth Johnson became a Patreon, telling my admin to make a banner for or something for Kenneth Johnson. Go ahead and put him on blast. All right, go ahead.
No, Vikings, they lived that life. And when they fell within that life, right? It was celebrated. Like this is
Oh, are you talking about like how on the 300? What did they call it? A glorious death?
That's what they can, right? Warrior society people, right? I'm just saying, everything that I've heard from these people, Papa Smurf, Dolphin Safe Tuna, Peanut Butter Jelly Time, Toilet Duck, Loaded Baked Potato, and now Take a Long Nap. This is the music that they put out. They are going to nigga. Look, Take a Long Nap is going to nigga holla.
Hey, yo, Bernard, man, stop letting this man disrespect that young dead man, man. That man 28 years old, man. That man got a mother, a father. That man got a family. Don't let this man
why are you
desecrate the
going
dead,
against
man.
the words that came
Please
out of his
don't do
own
that,
mouth?
man. Please don't let this man desecrate
The words
dead,
that came
man.
out of his
Like,
own
I understand
mouth.
he got animus
Time
towards
out.
him, but come on,
Time
bro.
out. Time out. All right,
Let's
time out.
have some
Time out.
humanity.
Time out. Okay, I do have a too soon policy when it comes to, because I there was a few double entendres that came to my head with the name Takeoff and no, but no, I too soon.
All right, I'll back off of that.
So yeah, but I do think what is in bounds is that the way that they talk about going out, keeping it real, going out like a G, bury me a G, gangster paradise, and all. I do understand the connections that you're making. That they, we're told that they're the warrior class, and they okay. I mean, I don't know what war they fight, but they go. I understand the dots you're connecting.
Right. When you try to talk to any of them, right? Whenever they're interviewed, whenever somebody even tries to do an impromptu interview with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, and they try to even partially insinuate that they are studio gangsters, that it's an act, that it's not real. Mm-hmm. What do they respond with?
No, I'm real. I don't. I said it in my monologue. No, I don't just talk it. I live it. Yeah.
And so, who am I to not believe the words that come out of those men's mouths?
Well, first of all, I'm sure you can't find any interview where any of them said that, and this is just the continually stereotyping that you guys do to a community that you're not a part of.
You're not going to believe the words that come out of their own mouth.
Bro,
all right.
He just did a video. He just did Drink Champs a week ago. Offset and Takeoff and Quavo just did Drink Champs a week ago, 2 weeks ago. You can go look it up now. You can watch the whole thing. There is no impromptu, whether he's a gangster, whether he keeps it real or not. He speaks very clear about his career, about what he's trying to do. And like for everybody to make this assumption that they were out in the street, they were at a private party.
I didn't say that they were at the street.
No, I'm just saying that's what everybody's trying to do. Y'all trying to align his death with these,
again. You're putting words into my mouth that I never put. That I never said.
My brother, you're saying this. You're saying that it was a glorious Viking death. You're the one that prefaced all this with that.
No, you're deliberately lying now.
But you just said all these things, my brother. How am I lying?
No, I didn't say any of those things.
His glorious death joke is a joke that I understand.
I mean, I understand what he was trying to get to and saying in line with antiquity and how warriors fought back then and the philosophies that they had when supposedly the warrior class went out and died in battle. I understand that, but that's not this.
But okay, again, if it's not this, then why do you? If it's not this, then why do you have to lie and say I said things that I didn't say?
What did I lie about, sir?
You're associating me with things that I didn't say.
What did I lie?
What y'all are doing. What y'all are doing. Do you understand that y'all includes me,
sir? Okay, what did I lie about, sir?
That I said it was in the street. I never said that.
No, you didn't. I said this.
I said this. How does a millionaire rapper end up in that intense of a dice game to where
It get
guns
like that, man. It
guns
get like
no,
that.
no, okay, but I'm just saying. So I think it's something that's just baked into the cake of the culture, to where it seems like you would get to a certain point to where I'm not going to be in this type of dice game. I gave the analogy earlier in the show that, like, my brother's house, it sort of became like the chill house that everybody, and it's not so much now, but for a while it was a chill house that everybody just went and chilled at and watched the game. He had a little poker, he had a pool table in there, a little poker set up, you know. It was so everybody chilled over there. But it was I'm all cool being over there when it's like family, friends, people we knew since middle school, cousins. Every now and then, when a few unidentifiable niggas show up, I'm like, all right, I'm gone, because sometimes they will get into a dice game, and it will get into one of them intense ass dice games, and I'm like, you know, it's a like, even me, just regular dude, regular money, understand that my grown ass with kids is this ain't my scene. This ain't my scene. A dice game where some guns could possibly get pulled out.
Hey, yo, do
That's
y'all know that Shaq used to be in LA in these dice games? Y'all know, like in New York, all kind of professional athletes that play for the Yankees, that play football, that play basketball, that's in big cities. Do y'all know they be in these games all the time?
I do know that
So
they
y'all,
do high. I do know that they do high stakes gambling. I was talking. I referenced Michael
not
Jordan.
just cards though, but actual crap. See, well, not even crap, because the game they wasn't playing crap. They was playing CeeLo, which is different from craps. That's why it gets so heated. Because if you're just playing craps, that's one thing. But CeeLo was a whole nother. That's what amps up the emotions and amps up, like, yo, we ain't playing this game, because you can lose 7,000 in one shot. And
So
crap, you lose 7,000 in one shot.
Let me ask, what's his name? I can't see his name.
My name is AC, bro.
AC. Are you gonna feel sorry for me if so I sign up for a rodeo, and I sign up to ride the bull, right, or a bucking bronco,
right?
I sign up knowing full well
the repercussions,
of the potential results of participating in this act,
right? Yes.
Do you believe that this is the first dice game that he participated with?
No. Actually, it's a couple videos out there showing Quavo losing his cool in dice games.
So if I sign up to ride the bull, if I sign up to ride the bucking bronco, right, and I get bucked off the bronco, or I get hung up on the bull, and I receive an injury from that, whose fault is that?
Well, I think you're using the comparison is wrong, right? Because the comparison is way off, right? But I understand what you're getting at. I understand the responsibility element of that and accountability element of what you're saying. But the scenario you're using is not correlating really well, right?
Well, I don't think AC.
Is there a strong risk of corollary violence?
Real quick. I don't think AC made, at least I didn't hear him make that argument that implied it wasn't Takeoff's fault or something like that. I don't think.
Well, it wasn't Takeoff's fault. It was Quavo's fault. It definitely wasn't.
Well, okay. Quavo, yeah, I'm not. I haven't heard him. So much his fault,
but this is the thing. You guys aren't wrong when you say that these guys should have better awareness of the environment that they're in, right? And but this was a private party, right? So everybody at this party had to be invited. They kind of knew each other. So this is an environment where these people are kind of familiar with themselves. And this is what they do. Now, why it escalated and went this far, I don't know. Because sometimes when you got brothers from other cities and places, like you said earlier, Bernard, the crab in the barrel mentality, like, who these Atlanta think they are being in Houston talking? He was talking crazy to him. He was talking crazy to Neff. You know what I mean? But Neff did some nonsense, and then it just escalated to that. Right. So that's what I'm saying. So when we preface all these things with he knew what he was getting into, the person who got killed had nothing to do with any of this. He was a casualty. He was an innocent.
Yeah, I mean, and I kind of view it I mean, the technicalities of it, as I understand the story, I think you understand it correctly as well. Takeoff was just Quavo got into the stuff, and the security guard or bodyguard or whoever was shooting to try to protect Quavo, who was fighting or whatever, and he horrible shot Takeoff.
Horrible.
I mean, and keep in mind, okay, now I gotta be halfway petty and bring this up. Hood, Judge, I don't know if you came on that day. I think you was listening. It was a story me and Hood Conservative was covering. It was a situation where a woman was in a fight, and then the little girl went and grabbed the gun and got the gun, and while the mama in a full-on brawl, the girl fired 2 shots, pow, pow, and hit the woman that her mama was fighting. And I'm saying I don't even got the confidence to where if two people just in a ball rolling around fighting, I'm not even sure that I'm gonna hit the target and not hit the wrong person. So I'm sitting there like, this girl is a hell of a shot, but the security guard is even worse shot than me. If he would have shot Quavo, I'd have been like, hey, I might have fucked up and shot the wrong person too if they balled up fighting. But to shoot somebody standing off to the side, like, goddamn. Like,
well, I look until the video comes out, because I'm assuming this is a venue, this is a household venue that probably no. Do you not have security cameras at your house?
No, I said it's plenty video of the incident out there. That's what I'm saying.
Right. I haven't seen it.
Hold on, wait. Of the whole escalation, because I heard somebody talking about the video of the aftermath.
The escalation, from the escalation to the end, brother. From when, because what happened was Quavo and the dudes tried to play it off and be on some nonsense. So Quavo was like, look, man, I don't care about all that, man. Put my bread on the table. We're not playing that game. I don't care about your basketball, none of that. You trying to deflect. What's up with that bread? And then it just went from there. See, that's what I'm telling y'all, man. Like, I understand where y'all coming from,
make it better.
Sometimes y'all gotta.
The explanation you're giving doesn't make it better.
No one
doesn't make the scenario better.
I don't understand. I don't know where you think anybody's trying to make this better. We're just trying to parse out what's the connection, what's the catalyst, and things of that nature. No one is glorifying, or that's what's wrong with you guys over here, man. Anybody that offer devil's advocate, y'all think we're glorifying this when we're just trying to bring clarity to it.
I'm not insinuating that you're glorifying. What you're doing is you're negating participants' agency.
When did I do that? When in any way did I negate anybody's agency?
It sounds like you're adding details that add layers to the story, but don't really change the story.
Right.
But it seems like you're doing it. All right. Yeah. So, but it does seem like you're doing it in an attempt to deflect.
Explain to me how I'm doing it. Be clear in what you're saying, because I'm very clear in what I'm saying. So I want to know where what I'm saying is giving that off by just explaining what really took place. How was that, saying that people are innocent or not holding people accountable? Like, I don't see what I'm doing.
Okay, I didn't say that you're saying people are innocent or that you're not holding people accountable, but you're coming up, and maybe I'm misreading tone, that magical word tone. Maybe I'm misreading tone, but you're coming up speaking as if like you're and see that's that shit right there. That's why that's why it's
no,
like
I'm talking about towards the behavior model, not the people.
All right. Here's the deal. If you're just coming up, hey, I just want to dot I's and cross T's on what actually happened, that's fine. It's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with making sure that that details are properly reported. But if you're not, so I'm bad at this, trying to remember exactly what somebody said. So if I'm wrong, I apologize. But you came up talking as if we were saying some shit happened that didn't happen, or as if we were reporting it wrong in some way, but you added details to correct what we were saying, but the correction that you gave don't change nothing that we were saying. And when somebody gives a correction that doesn't change the thing that it sounds like they were disagreeing with, then that's normally that normally equates to running interference.
But the thing is, I'm not running interference at all. And like I said to you, I didn't disagree with what you said. I prefaced my statement with, Bernard, I agree with some of the things that you're saying right now, but I just think that we have to take a deeper dive into what really took place so that we can put the accountability on the right people. Like, I don't disagree. I said that.
Right there. Accountability on the right people.
Yes, the right people. Like everybody saying that Takeoff is wrong for being there and being in that environment. Everybody's trying to say these guys are wrong for being in gambling, and they were at a private party, and at private parties they do what they do. So that's what I'm pushing back on. More that
and at dice games, what happens happens. Blah, blah, blah.
All right, I will admit to you that this part I didn't know it was a private party, but I'm pretty sure athletes, like I mentioned, Jordan and a lot of them, they have their private parties and where they gambling, and they probably got even more money on the table, and people aren't getting shot. So there is something going on in the culture. But I understand your point. I think we understand each other a little better, and I will move on. We'll probably get back to it. We'll probably get back into it, but I do want to move on real quick. because we got Royce J and Hood Assertive down there. But Jockey's Retro in the building says it's not rap culture, it's crook culture. People have been getting deleted in crap games since the Claude Brown / Bebop days. Thank you for the super chat.
Amen to that.
Preach you. Okay. All right. Yeah. I think it's different waves of the culture that increases the probability that starts shooting people in dice games. I'm pretty sure that there are rock and roll singers and artists that gamble. I don't think they get shot at the end of the game.
Dana White gambles his ass off.
But anyway, the Golden Eagle 99 or the Gold Eagle 99 says, ask if he thinks the person who accidentally shot Takeoff should turn himself in.
Hell yeah, and he should go to jail. Hell yeah. And he should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law.
I'm halfway divided on that. If he was actually legitimately hired security, he was doing his job, but a shitty job at it. So I don't know if he should get prosecuted.
I think he should be
manslaughter.
I don't think that didn't escalate. Them two guys fighting didn't escalate to him. And it's crazy that happened because the first thing Nori talked about on Drink Champs was how he noticed how they had a lot of security. He was like, "Yo, I like how y'all travel. I like how y'all travel heavy." Wow, did that live? Did that die on the hill? You know what I'm saying?
Bernard, to the effect, negligent homicide, manslaughter are things.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, and that's how manslaughter is defined. That's fair. I'll go with you on that. It's manslaughter is defined as basically when your negligence results in somebody's death. So yeah, he was a negligent security guard who probably could have just jumped in. I'm gonna assume he was one of the biggest niggas in the room. He probably could have jumped in and just pulled him apart. Like two
little ass niggas, two little
I don't understand the whole thing.
I probably could have separated them, so I know he could have. So yeah, okay. Perfect Storm in the building. He says so emotional over a man. Okay. Just ignore that one. Ignore that one. We're gonna keep it pushing. But thank you.
Nobody's emotional. That just have at it, fellas. Yeah. But come on the panel and have a real conversation.
No, yeah, okay. That's why. Okay, a story to tell in the building. Shout out to you. He says he wasn't a bodyguard. He was just the homie.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's you know funny. What? But the joke aside, that's it's dead real. Serious. They will hire just their regular homie. I'm gonna hire you as security. Now you know I got you legally you legally packing his heat, and you just another brother from the hood, really. But because you're on paper as security, you could technically do some stuff that you would otherwise get locked up for. You know, that's a good little that's a good little game to play. I'll say that much. But Dane C in the building.
I get you.
Hold on, wait. I'm going to you right quick, Royce J. But Dane C in the building said, "BR salute. Jay Prince Jr. allowed people to be armed." I don't even know what you're talking about right there.
Yeah, it was that Jay Prince Jr. He hosted it. Jay Prince, the gangster.
The host allowed the participants in the party to be armed.
He hosted the party.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't think they can stop it because these guys have.
Instead of checking weapons, he allowed for carry.
Okay, all right, there it is. Well, all right,
hey, Bernard, real quick, did you get any of the videos that were coming around, like people that were there commenting on anything that happened? Because I got some of those videos.
No, let me. I don't got none of that. Let me go to Royce J and see what he got on the table for you. Before you add, I guess the insider information, so to speak. I'll call it that. But go ahead, Royce J. What you got?
All right. What up, Bernard? What up, everyone on the panel? This whole security thing, that's a big part of my forte. You know, and I've done some high-end security for people over the years. This whole thing, it just shows, it displays a lack of security and a lack of preparation, because number one, I guess somebody in the audience was saying that that Jay Prince Jr. allowed people to be at this private party armed. That's a problem. That's a problem. You know, cell phones, firearms, certain other things. That stuff needs to be policed at the door and set aside. You know, but you know, it goes back to the whole thing where somebody else in the comments was saying this is criminal behavior, and when you cavort with criminals, and really when you cavort with people that are not in the same lane as you, or not not have the same values as you, you run the risk, you get higher risk of having dangerous things happen to you. And then when you're cavorting with street people, or people who want to be street people, they want to be gangsters and stuff like that. This is what comes with them. And so with a lot of these rappers, you know, they want to have the money, but they want to be in the streets too. And what happens is that street life catch up with them. And the thing about it is, you're more likely to get shot in the streets than you are to get money in the streets. And they, you know, they run that risk, and that number get pulled. So it is what it is.
I'm in agreement. AC, I don't want you to think that I'm an outsider looking in. Trust me, I'm county, city, state, and federally verified and certified. I know these people.
No, I'm talking. I don't know you. That's not my. I'm not making any judgment based on whether you know what's going on inside, outside. That's not my.
No,
thing.
not these people. I'm criminals.
Yeah, criminals, whatever, whoever you're talking about.
Yes.
I don't care who you're talking about. I'm just saying my thing was, this young man is dead, and you're taking it, to talk about him and desecrate his name, and he's dead. You don't know him. You don't.
I'm not desecrating his name.
Yeah,
I'm honoring his own words out of his own mouth.
But you called him take a nap. Like,
look,
you
I'm honoring his own words out of. Do you look? Has he? Wait a minute. Has the person that you're standing up for? No. Has the person that you're standing up for shit on other dead people?
Brother, where am I?
I'm giving him the respect that he gave everybody else.
Where am I standing up for anyone? Where am I standing up for anyone?
All right. Let's move it along. But Hood Conservative in the building. You got the floor. You got the mic, and I do see that you just sent me something on Twitter. I guess I'm in the process of pulling that up. Pulling that up. Did you want to say anything before I put that on the jumbotron?
Yeah, real quick, shout out to everybody on the panel. Thanks for having me up. I actually just finished my stream. I was talking about this whole thing, and I reviewed.
Yeah, and I apologize, by the way. I apologize. I saw you was killing it. I don't know if you hit 300 people, but I didn't even want to go.
Dude, I almost hit 250. It was a big day, but no, I
hated that I had to go live. I was like, damn, I wanted to, But yeah,
do your thing. Everybody gotta do their thing, bro. It's good. It's good.
Hey man, Hood Conservative been going off lately, boy.
Man, hey, listen, he got some of the best content, man. I don't know, y'all. Everybody be
him and SKC been going wild.
Yeah.
Go
ahead, Hood. Go ahead.
Nah, thank you. I appreciate all your kind words, by the way. And what I was saying though is, like, only black millionaires die in dice games. What the fuck, bro? How is this a thing? And then we want to defend the culture. We want to act like this is normal. This is fine. This is totally fine. And it just makes me so crazy how it's like black rappers, especially, and it's mostly black rappers, honestly. Black rappers make being a millionaire look bad. It's like black rappers make being a successful black person look dangerous, and like, what's the point of even having money if you're gonna go through this? So what is the point of even having money?
So J. Cole make rap millionaires look bad. He's a millionaire. He's a rapper.
He's one of the few, bro. He's one of the few. He is. Listen, he's J. Cole.
He's a rapper. Jada Kiss make millionaires look bad. He's a rapper.
Who?
Jada Kiss. Jada Kiss make millionaires make millionaires look bad. He's a rapper.
Bro, do you listen to rap? Like, one.
Do I listen?
J. Cole is probably different than everybody else that you just mentioned. Kendrick Lamar is not that. He's not really on it that hard. But the point I'm making is that the most of what rap is basically niggas talking about killing each other. And so basically what you wind up is like the worst examples of how to be a millionaire.
Is it like, how long rap been around, fellas? 50 years, right? It turns 50 years old next year, right? Well, this year, 72, right? Yeah, it turns 50 years old this year, right? Has and the killing and the shooting is pretty much Coogee rap. Like, I'm older than you guys, so I can remember PSK, by Schoolie D. You know what I mean? That was a gangster song. Okay, Coogee Rap was really the first Coogee Rap. Ice, Just Ice. They're like the first really gangster rap, and they talked about violence and things of that nature. Like, I understand where you guys are coming from, but it's not like we haven't heard this. It's not like these things are new. Like, and everybody say, well, white people don't, because white people don't shoot CeeLo and craps, and if they do, they're doing it at a casino. White people don't go to a Lingo Gammon hoes and shoot crap. If they do, they go to an Italian.
White rock stars die from heroin, bro. White rock stars pass out from drugs like a respectable rock star, bro.
Don't try to deflect. Don't try to deflect, brother. You say that white people don't die from gambling because they don't shoot craps. They don't shoot CeeLo. But they do go through what they do when they don't pay up. They do.
They do. They go to the casino to do it.
So we don't know.
Hold on, wait. Why are you making it seem like the craps is what makes people shoot the guns? I mean, I don't care if they're playing.
Don't say I'm making.
They're playing.
Come on, y'all.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure they gamble playing. Hold on. I'm pretty sure they gamble from time to time while playing euchre, but nobody gets shot.
Listen, if you're in and then
not for nothing. Wait, AC, you would be right if there wasn't a list of dead rappers over the last 2-3 years that's like a mile long. It's not the crap game, bro. You focusing on the crap game. Yeah, because it's a thing. Only black millionaires will die at a dice game. But right across the history of this industry, you can't compare Why does no other music industry have a body count?
Because they don't.
This shit has a Hollywood shoot 'em up body count, bro.
Right, can I answer the question? You asked the question. Let me answer it. Because their genre of music, birth did not come from the oppression and the problems in the hood. Hip hop music was born in the ghetto, born in the streets, born in the crime, the grit, the murder. That's what they were correspondents to the streets.
Oh my God! Well, why y'all letting this nigga beatbox like this?
No, so it is the culture. It is the culture of crime and murder and grit, right? It's the culture of gritty crime and murder, right? It's the music of gritty crime and murder.
Instead of you guys being disrespectful, have the conversation. Show me where I'm wrong in what I just said about the.
No, you right, bro. No, you right. It is the culture of gritty crime and murder.
Everybody agree with you that it's the culture. I think we were looking shocked because once you say that, you have conceded the main point that we all have been making.
Right.
Hip hop culture is not black culture. But you're not gonna get me to say that the tragedy that happened in our community is not the catalyst is not some parts of hip hop. You're not gonna get me to deny that. I'm in the streets, so I know what it is. But I don't want you guys to think that people listen to hip hop music and go out and kill people. But the soundtrack,
what do you mean by you in this?
Bernard, but like
nobody's making that argument.
The soundtrack is in their head, so it makes it more prevalent.
Why do you think they make the music then?
AC, hold
they make that most rappers that talk about killing ain't never shot nobody.
That's not the point.
That is the point.
That's part of the hold on, wait. Not only whether that's the point or not the point, I think that's part of the problem that they haven't shot anybody, but they're rapping about it, singing about it, and glorifying it, and then surprise, they attract a bunch of niggas who want to shoot them. It's like
niggas who
and then it's sad when you die.
See if you really about what you talking about.
Right. And then it's a tragedy, right? Right, and then it's a tragedy when you actually get killed the way you rapped about.
Okay, all right. I do want to pump the brakes. Perry, I see you just sent me another Cash App, but to quote the movie Minority Report, this looks like an echo. You sent me two $5 Cash Apps, both of them no comment. Let me know if one of them was an accident. I'll send it back. You sent, it looked like one of them was an accident.
Hey, you can come up here and ask me that. Fantastic. You ain't got to do it through that. You can come up here and ask me that. You ain't got to do
it.
Hold on, playing with Candyman.
I live in the community, so I'm out here every day.
Hold on, wait, time out. Hold on.
I live here. I live in the community. I'm out here every day. I know the people in the community. That's what I'm talking about. I was
going to ask you that same question, so I'm glad he did that, because what I know about you, I've talked to you, and I think that you I can't remember exactly what was said, but I think you're a fairly successful guy, don't you? Might be mixing with somebody else. Don't you own some properties and whatnot or something like that? You got. I might be thinking of somebody else, but you got shit going on. You're doing well for yourself.
I own properties. I own a landscaping business. I own an excavating business.
Okay, so you're a businessman, got employees, own
You
property.
in the streets,
but I'm in the street.
though.
Right, he in the streets though.
Before y'all all jump on y'all little soapbox and talk that dumb shit, hear what I said. I said I'm in the street because I'm in the community. I'm in the street because this is where I came from. This is what allowed me to start my business and do what I did. After I made my mistakes in life, majority of the people that are my customers are people who see me out here in the street. So I'm not going to turn my back on the community. No, I'm not out here doing combat, hand-to-hand combat on the block and none of that. But I'm in my community. I'm outside.
So you acknowledge that when you say in the street is a connotation, right? When you acknowledge by saying that there's a connotation to it.
For y'all, because that's
oh my God, for regular thinking people, bro.
I'm saying, but well, I'm explaining myself. So if the clarification don't help you, I don't know what to tell you.
No, I appreciate the clarification, but don't act like we tripping.
No, don't do that.
All right, cool. All right, cool. Let's chill for a second. I want to bring this up. Because Hood Conservative got some commentary from somebody that was actually live there, who's keeping their identity anonymous.
Allegedly. You know the Hood can't tell, right? We're not allowed to snitch.
Yeah, and I see I see you down there too, Pablo. Be patient. I'm gonna get to you, but I do want to see what this is about here. Good. It's good. It's just a minute and 41 seconds. I was about to say, don't send me a whole hour.
Bernard,
I got you.
I've been made redundant, so I'm going to go ahead and bounce out.
Hey, thanks, Judge. You brought something real good to the table about them doing a 300 glorious death. We should.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop down too, Bernard.
I knew nobody else was going to go there or say that. So, that
was interesting. But all right,
yeah, I'm gonna drop down too, Bernard, just in case you want to bring up like Fantastic or Little Nate and stuff.
If Fantastic want to come up in Hawk Smash the show, he can. Cause I know he about itching to. So yeah, no, Fantastic. No, he always got the link when he wanted. So yeah, make sure the link. Moderators, make sure the link in the chat just in case Fantastic trying to come up. But all right, let's go.
I just want to say something really quick, and I'm gonna try not to give out my identity. We were all there when all this happened. I just left from HPD. First of all, in order to be around Jazz Prince, you have to be searched. None of us had guns, but Jazz people had guns. Okay. All of this was over a dice game. This shit started in 5th Ward around 9:30, 10 last night. So this had nothing to do with no damn dice game, with no money situation or anything like that. And the only reason why I'm not going to great details because I live in Houston and the Prince family know me. But all of this shit that they're saying about, this was a sacrifice. No, this was an argument between two camps. And it wasn't even between two camps because Takeoff and Quavo was basically trying to be the mediator between the people who were arguing.
Shit.
And so everybody's saying, this is Quavo's fault. Quavo had nothing to do with the shit y'all talking about, bro. Y'all was not there when this happened. It had nothing to do with that. So all these 30-second videos that they're seeing, this and that, everybody's saying, well, he didn't act the way how he acted whenever Takeoff got shot. Did they tell you he passed the fuck out? Did they tell you we had to help him to the fucking car? Did they tell you that? Like nobody is really talking about the real that's going on. But I'm gonna tell you this, and I'll leave it at that. The only people who had firearms that night was the camp who protect Jazz. That's all I'm gonna say.
Thank you, Ashley.
Wow. Okay, that changes things. Wait, hold on. Let me ask. I'm gonna go to AC first. Didn't you say it was a video of the whole thing playing
just
out?
Go to TMZ. You can see it.
You can see Takeoff.
Basically, it's at the top of the. It's at.
You want that video too, Bernard? Bernard, I got you, Bernard. Right now.
Yeah,
you got it.
Hold on. My understanding that it was a specific video that you said where you can see Takeoff saying before it.
Got it, bro.
And he's going to pull it up, but God damn it, I'm talking. It's a whole audience listening, so I want to preface what we about to see. It's a as I understand it, it was a video of Takeoff speaking, and where he was like, "Nah, you got to put the money on the table. You ain't got no bread on the table." Then it's and then that's how problems escalated, and you could see it going from there. Like it was money. It was an argument about money in a gambling situation, whether they was playing dice or or hopscotch, whatever the hell. They was it was money that wasn't being put on the table before the game proceeded on, and then it took off from there. Is that what you saying you saw, AC?
No, you're gonna see it. He's saying to him like, "Yo, I don't know what you talk about, bro. Let's just get back to this money. I don't care about that ball." And then it just escalated from there. And then you'll see when they take when they start shooting, it'll go from right there with him saying, "Man, I don't care about that. I don't care about that ball. We trying this money." And then it escalates from there. And then the shooting starts.
All right. Hood Servative, if you got that, well, we'll
you got
pull
that
that
one,
up.
Conservative?
We'll pull that up, but we're gonna go to
Yeah,
Pablo
I'm
real
dropping
quick.
it in the back chat right now.
Oh wait, no, he just all right. I'm sorry, Pablo. You got it. I need give me some patience.
All right, no problem.
One more again. Okay,
No
thank you. I
problem.
appreciate it.
It's
right.
a 40-second video.
Ooh,
It's kind of muffled. It's hard to hear exactly what's going on. So we just got to judge for yourself.
I gotta keep my finger on the trigger. I don't. Oh shit! Damn it! Oh wait, who did I just drop? Oh no, I just think I just dropped the screen share. I think I only dropped the screen share. My bad. All right, so here we go. Let's.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a warning. Like at about, I don't know, 25, 30 seconds or so, you're gonna hear a gunshot, and I think you may see a body fall.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep your finger on the trigger, like you said. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's gonna fall across the screen, Bernard, as soon as it happens.
All right. So we should have it up. Nope, it's not up. Now it's up. All right. Here we go. Let me even move us off the screen to make sure we see it as good as we possibly can. Now, all right, let's go. Let me make sure my headset's on solid. All right, cool. All right, here we go. What? They know that they're not going to be disrespectful because they want it. All right. That shit happened real abrupt. Like it didn't even escalate.
Right. It didn't even seem like there was scuffling or anything going on. Normally there'd be like a rumble or something and then shots pop off.
All right, real quick, and apologies in advance. Am I the only one that just is weirded out that somebody just got killed and somebody right in there wearing a Chucky costume?
Bro, that was the last thing we laughed at before I ended my show, bro.
Yeah.
Chucky did it, bro. So, somehow, some way, Chucky did it.
Yeah. All right, but anyway, all right, that didn't give me a whole lot other than we don't know what the fuck it was about.
If you go to TMZ, it's a lot clearer. I don't know if you can download from them, but it's a lot clearer. You can hear what he's saying to him as far as like the money in the basketball and the dude trying to deflect about the basketball shit. You can hear what he's saying.
All right. I mean, we'll give that a shot. Hopefully we can find that out too. But all right, go ahead. Pablo, go ahead, man. What you got? What you got?
You know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I already know. Niggas gonna nigga.
You know what I'm gonna say. Hey, this is the community they trying to drag the passport bros and the SYSBMers back into. This is it. I mean, hey, and he is right. The brother here that's your guest, he's absolutely right. I go back to 1987 and DJ Scott LaRock. Shot dead. My favorite hip hop DJ. Changed the course of hip hop probably forever. Actually, Nas and Tupac had a beef that was getting close to some shots busting, but it didn't happen. But it did happen later. But anyway, my point is, all of this, man, is just a sign that, you know, the nigga shit is beginning. It already has begun to represent Black America en masse. It's all over your radio. It's on the television when you turn it on. The nigga shit is Black America at this point. The most degrading, the most violent, the most self-destructive aspects of Black American culture has now represented us
Do it represent you? You're black. Do it represent
across
you?
the globe.
You're black. Do it represent you?
Yeah, it does.
So you allow for that to represent you?
No, I didn't allow it.
But that's what you're saying.
The people who participate
in the world. So when you
the people who participate in its activities allow it.
But when you're out in the world,
they're easily bought off by money because they have no positive self-image. So you throw them some money and they'll do anything, and that's what you're saying.
So what I'm saying to you is, when you go out into the world, do you allow yourself to be linked to that?
No, not at this point in time. No, because you know why? Here, I'm gonna tell you why I don't and how I don't. There's a how and then there's a why. The how I don't is, first of all, if I'm worth $26 million and I'm not, but I still separate myself from those who engage in those type of activities. See, I don't use the language like you do. Well, I'm still in the street. No, sir. I'm in my house. I'm at my job. I'm traveling the globe. I'm quote unquote not in the streets. See, your own pathologies using that language contributes to this kind of a thing. What you meant to do by using I'm in the street.
Very clear in what I was saying.
What you meant to do by using I'm in the streets is try to front tough guy to us.
With me. I'm an NYU graduate.
You try to front New York University, and that's even worse.
Why is that important now?
Own business. So I don't know what you're talking about.
See, you didn't lead with NYU. You led with I'm in the street.
Listen,
right.
I'm in the street
exactly.
that I'm here and I know what's going on and I'm aware of the community. And you heard me clarify, but you guys are just so stuck in your fucking hate niggas and hate bad behavior.
No, that's what you live with, bro. That's what you live with. That's what you jumped in the fray.
None of y'all and call y'all
talking about how you in the streets, and that
what continues this. Brother,
this is the mentality.
I work hard every day. I work hard every day. I got a job. I don't know what you talking about. I got a job. I got a business. I make money.
Why are you so defensive, bro? What are you defending?
You are the nigga mentality on display.
Listen, you can say whatever you want to say. You just a cornball mad because you think black people represent the bullshit.
There you go.
Listen. If you niggas got a problem with the hood, go to the hood and tell them. If you got a problem with the hood Fresco, go to the hood and tell them.
I don't. No, I'm not going. No, I'm not going to the hood. No, sir.
No, lady, for that, we gonna leave the hood over where it's at.
Like, what y'all talking about? Take that shit up with the niggas who do that. Y'all come on here and cry amongst yourselves. It's not getting to them.
Remember when I said you running interference? Remember when I said you running interference for the bullshit? This is what running interference for it looks like.
That's exactly what he's doing. This motherfucker's filibustering.
You are an NYU graduate. You said you own a construction company with employees and you own multiple properties. You are based off me reeling off everything that you got going, you're more successful than me. And congratulations.
This nigga's a magic nigga. He's a magic Negro, but he's talking about being in the streets.
You are putting.
Like, see how y'all talk shit to me? I don't know y'all niggas. I'm not up here disrespecting y'all. Like, y'all niggas are out of pocket. Niggas are out of pocket.
Putting on the cape.
No, you out of pocket. You out of pocket coming around here with that nonsense, bro.
No, don't just say the shit.
No, you are putting a cape on for a bunch of nigga shit that you don't engage in anymore.
For that community. Don't just say shit. Don't just over here.
You're running interference for our criticism.
Say what I'm. Show me where I'm taking for anything.
I can tell you.
No, I'm not. No, I am not running interference.
I know. I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell you exactly how. I'm about to tell you exactly how you're putting a cape on for it. Whenever somebody is criticizing a bad behavior, the person who comes and hold on, I got mute. We got background. Who's that? I think that's Royce J. All right. Whenever somebody is criticizing a bad behavior, the person who comes in and criticizes the criticizer is running interference for the bad behavior. For example, if somebody threw a rock through a window, and they didn't even throw the rock through my window, but they didn't throw a rock through your window, but they periodically from time to time throws rocks through windows, and I make a statement or saying something that it's bad to throw rocks through windows and niggas need to stop throwing rocks through windows, and then anybody who comes up and tries to say that anything like, well, you got to understand the aspects of the culture and the historical reasons and why this happened and why that happened, and you don't know why he threw that rock through the window. Well, you know why in that situation, but you don't know why in all those situations, and everybody in the hood ain't throwing rocks through windows. Whenever anybody start doing any of that stuff, they are running interference for the rock throwers, which means you are putting a cape on. which means you're putting a cape on. You're putting a cape on for the bad behavior.
So
there is no context. No, your context is not important. That's the whole deal. We reject it.
On a social media
Yeah, this dude
platform,
is
crying about behaviors, and
beating
instead of y'all going out
bongos
into
and
the community
filibustering.
and walking up to these individuals and telling these individuals how I feel, y'all in a tunnel, an echo tunnel, arguing with each other and bandying it back and forth with each other about how y'all feel about a particular group. Go to that.
And that's
group
fine. We don't want you. Quite frankly, we don't want your type here.
You're hold on. I'm about to go to Fantastic, but bro, you're making the just shut up argument. And whenever anybody makes the just shut up argument, they're running interference.
That go to the people that you feel this way about. Just banding about it and talking about it and all these stereotypes and all that. It's not doing anything.
No, I'm not going to save your community.
All right, bro.
I'm not going to save
I'm
your
pretty
head,
sure
bro.
there's a Shea Butter channel. There's a Shea Butter platform.
What I'm saying, just ignorance. These niggas don't have the intellect to have the conversation, so they just say ignorant shit.
Bernard.
He don't want public criticism of it. He's saying go quietly fix it behind the scenes if you want to do it. Don't go on large media platforms that can reach thousands upon thousands of people.
Public and have this conversation. That's public.
Bernard, can I hop in, bro?
All right, I'm gonna go
to the public and have this conversation, Bernard. That's public.
Can y'all hear me?
All right,
that's public.
Go ahead. This is also public. Go ahead, Fantastic.
Can you hear me? Am I good?
Yeah, you good, Fantastic. You got it.
All right, yeah. Shout out. What's up, AC? So AC, you
what up, little bro?
You ain't nothing never little over here, bro. You know that. You try this every time, man. You know what it is over here, bro. Don't do it. But listen, so
you are too far away from the camera, man. You like 6'5", but you looking like 5'3",
what you
man.
Mean? You gotta get
closer up on the camera.
I said, what's up, little bro?
You gotta get closer up on the camera, man. You looking like fantastic. You looking like you part of the Little Fella Federation, man. Get the camera closer.
Y'all know what it is, man. But, hey, shout out to Bernard, let me up. So AC, do you consider yourself a pro-black?
Right? Yes, very much so. Very much.
All right, cool. So how many KKK meetings have you broke up, brother?
What are you talking about? Come on, man. Listen,
no.
Wait.
AC, I'm going off your premise.
What meeting am I breaking up now? What meeting am I breaking up now?
AC, I'm going. AC, hold on. AC, just let me. I'll let you rock. Let me rock.
I'm not privy to the KKK meetings, so I can't break them up. But if I was privy to them, I would break them up. I'm not privy to them. I don't get a memo when they happen.
Oh, I want to hold on, AC. I want to hear where Fantastic going with this, because he threw me off with that one. So he's trying to take us down a path. Let's just see where he end up. But 611 people in the building. If you're new here, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. 611. I know somebody new in this joint. Make sure you subscribe. But go ahead, Fantastic.
Stay on topic, whatever. I'm going off of his premise. He said, "Are y'all going to those people and talking to them instead of copping on the internet?" He's a pro-black. How many fucking KKK meetings or skinheads or whatever have you went through and done it? That's what I'm saying. So he said the premise.
I don't give a fuck about them. Listen, this is what you get wrong.
As a pro-black, you should.
Has nothing to do about. No, nigga, you said it. Let me finish it. Pro-blackness has nothing to do with anti-anything. To be pro-black doesn't make you anti-anything. I'm not pro-black because they're KKK and the Nazis. That's not why I'm pro-black. Listen, no. My pro-blackness is about excellence, about me loving me being black, about my blackness is the most important thing to me. It's not about whether it's some Nazis out there. I don't care about them. That has nothing to do with my pro-blackness.
It's not yes, it does though. It has something to do with
it does not. You're not a pro-black, so you don't get to tell us what our dynamics is.
And you ain't us. You don't get to come over here with that stay in your place energy. You don't get to come over here with that stay in your place aggression that you got.
I'm the representative from down.
You don't want to hear what we got to say. We don't want to hear what you got to say. You want to come over here with that shea butter stuff, man. We don't want it. We want our echo chamber. We don't like what you talk about. We want to talk about what we want to talk
about. Chamber, bro. Hold on, Royce. It's not an echo chamber. It's not even an echo chamber.
Chamber beyond echo chamber.
It's not.
Get no more echo than that.
It's not.
You just came up here with some nonsense, thinking that pro-blackness.
No, I didn't. I use your premise, brother. You set the premise. I use it.
You just said that shit.
Well, let me finish. I didn't interrupt you. You got a horrible thing of doing it, AC. I'm not trying to do the whole yellow view on the mic shit, right? But listen, brother. At the end of the day, man, it's a clear issue and problem with the music, dog. We are the only group of people that constantly get fed violence and the negative, and to like you said, AC. And this is why I really came up before, like you said. You said, "Come up here, brother. You know I'm gonna show up." So, brother, you are a successful 40-plus-year-old man. And you just said, "I'm in the streets." Okay. Now you tried to explain it after the fact, But on its face value, we all know what that means, fam. We all know what that means.
But even if you want, and you're saying,
you
even
Borging
when
a
I
little bit,
clarified it,
Fantastic.
that you don't believe what I'm saying.
Borging?
So,
Fantastic, back up like a sentence and a half, man. Because you started Borging.
I'm bored. Okay, well, I'm saying, man. Can you hear me now? Am I straight?
Yeah, you good.
All right, cool. So what I'm saying is, brother, you are a 40-plus-year-old man that is highly successful, right? But you still reduce yourself to street vernacular, and I'm in the streets. We all know what that means. I, as a almost old nigga, and you never gonna hear me say I'm in the streets because I'm not. I don't want to be. And furthermore, I know what the results are of being in the streets. So when you hop up here and you say you're, being devil's advocate or fighting for the other side or whatnot, what have you, brother, you are a prime example of the issue and problem we have, to where the civilians, at this point, brother, you are a civilian, okay? And I'm not saying it in a negative connotation. You're successful, you own a business, you're older guy, all these different things, but yet still, you're still putting yourself in a box that is of the opposite of really motherfuckers that see you as a target, brother. These people see you as a target, man. These little young niggas out here, bro, they'll rob you and kill you, bro. Wow,
bro, they will rob and kill regular people.
Brother,
like, listen, and this is the thing. This is the thing, right? I hear everything that you just said, right? But that's just based on what you thinking, right? That's based on you not being in the streets.
Stats and data, brother. That's stats and data.
Man, you take your stats and data and you know what to do with them. Feel me? Because I'm out here in reality.
We gonna get emotional. Get emotional, and we just gonna. It's not what I wanted to be. So
I'm a sociologist by trade, so I can show you some stats and data about anything. You can make numbers say anything. You can make statistics say
you
anything.
you got every qualification and
like really
the world, man.
Magical little motherfucker.
You know what this shit sounds like, cap, dog.
Listen, you know what you guys problem is, guys. You guys don't let people be who they are. You guys think that you're better than everybody and
this nigga's a businessman, an artist.
Man, come on, AC. AC, I don't. Hold on. You can't say we think we better than everybody. You definitely can't say that about me, because when you ran down your credentials, I literally told you better than me.
My brother,
if you run into bruh, if you run into business with employees, I've ran businesses. I've never got to the point where I had actual employees on payroll. Like, so you better than me. So yeah, I'm like, so no, this ain't
I think I'm better than niggas. Yeah, I do.
That's what I'm saying.
I think this nigga
who's niggas? Are you a nigga when you on here arguing with niggas about bitches and all that shit? When you,
I think this nigga think he's YouTube social media royalty.
Like you said, man, I'm just a person on YouTube talking that's not doing nothing according to you.
Niggas doing the street fantastic.
Huh?
You think your behavior on here is not niggerish? You think
no, it's not.
All the beefs
words aren't niggerish.
You think that shit ain't niggerish?
Words aren't niggerish. AC, killing somebody over a dice game is niggerish,
brother. They didn't die over a dice game, brother. We don't know what they died over, brother. We don't know what. Takeoff wasn't in the dice game, brother. Takeoff wasn't in the dice game. Let's be honest here. That's what I'm saying.
Hold on, AC. Let me clear it up.
He wasn't in the dice game.
Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Okay,
damn, nigga.
It wasn't a dice game. It was a disagreement about. I was about to just try to make something up that would have made it okay, but I can't. So I mean, so it don't matter if it wasn't a dice game.
But no,
whatever we saw in that video, that wasn't justifiable shooting, and apparently it happens a lot when rappers are involved. And if it's true, if what she said was true, that it wasn't the Migos security that accidentally did it, and it came from somebody on Jay Prince, whoever the hell side, then that changes the whole dynamic and layer of the shit too. So I mean, come on, like
the internet looking at Jay Prince camp right now.
So let me tell you,
it starts to make it worse. It makes the shit worse.
So it's not necessarily over the dice game, but there was a dice game going on in the vicinity. There was negativities going on. AC, can you accept that?
Exactly.
Negativity.
Take the dice game off the table. It gets worse, as far as I'm concerned.
There was some risk.
I agree with you from the beginning when I said it was negativity, man. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying, brother. So again, would this have happened at a country club, AC? Would this have happened at the fucking because Asian Kabuki theater?
Brother, it would happen, my brother.
All right, so you admit the premise that again, there's such thing as nigga shit, and there's such thing as motherfucking niggas, and the shit that niggas do that lead to people getting shot and killed over nothing, over an argument.
He don't want black people. He just don't want
You're
He
correct.
just don't want.
1000%
Hold on.
correct.
He just don't want black people online calling out nigga shit.
No,
That's
it's
what he
not
don't
it.
want.
Come on, Bernard.
My blackness will not allow me to
Like, why don't you
convict this
guys
nigga.
be genuine for once?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Be genuine
Don't
for
talk
once.
about
Stop
the
being
shit we do in
I call out
public.
nigga shit all the time. I call out nigga shit all the time. But what you niggas do is extrapolate shit. What you niggas do is broad stroke. What you niggas do is generalize. What you niggas do is stereotype. You niggas never put shit in context. You niggas just start blabbing off, take it off where, and never put it in context. Put the shit in context.
It's in context.
Okay,
but
hold on, wait, time out.
No, it's not in context.
Time out. I think the context don't make it that much better, but however, I do want to keep it pushing. I got Game Changer down the back. I do want to bring Game Changer into this, so let's pump the brakes for a quick second. Hold on. Perfect Storm in the building says Jazz came from the hood. Space Kitchen podcast of the building. He says the dice game is all about pride. Losing is almost as a nigga snatching your chain. LB Crypto in the building says, I heard they looking for Rodney Quills, Dinkins, Rodney Quill Dinkins for the dice game shooting. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Clue Channel in the building.
Oh, yo, listen, Bernard, I was just about to hit you with that. I think I got some something I didn't even have on my show. Apparently, they have a suspect and they have a photo and some video footage. I'm about to get that to you right now.
Okay, cool. All right, and AC, and I do have something to say. Put it like this: I think a lot of times with AC, and I don't even want to go deep down this rabbit hole because I do want to bring Game Changer up and go to Game Changer on this. But I think a lot of times with AC and people like him be really truly looking for is for us or for black people who criticize the shit. I think they honestly in their heart of hearts, what they're really looking for is for us to just have more empathy. I think that's what I really think that's what this is about. Have a little more empathy for even if you don't subscribe to the nigga shit he's engaged in, have a little more empathy for your fellow black man who died. I think that's what he's on.
I'm not even going to say empathy. Empathy is not the word. I'm not even going to say empathy.
Okay.
It's more, you got to be in it to understand it. It's not, I don't condone it. That's why
you in it. Well, hold on now, brother. You back in it now.
There you go again.
There you go.
You jumping in and out. He in it and then he out of it.
You saying you in it, AC?
No, bro, come on, Black.
This dude is
don't
every
do that shit
nigga.
to me, man. Like, don't play with me, man.
He's missed every nigga.
Did you bring your sociology degree with you? Hold on, while you're in it, did you bring your sociology degree?
Fantastic. You know what's crazy that you're doing this? Remember that day me and you and Platt was having that conversation about the white girl that shot the dude in Florida, and I explained to y'all exactly why that happened. And me and you had a marvelous conversation. We broke that down like to the very last compound. You remember that?
Yeah.
And you wasn't. Did you feel my expertise in that was somehow, bro? You done see me at my crib on my video, on my camera. You done see my house.
I'm not denying any of that. But we're
right,
having
so bro, you know I'm not in the street like that. You know what I meant by that.
And listen to AC. That's what I'm. Hold on, AC. You making and missing my point at the same time, AC. Even though we're not even saying that, brother. I'm like Bernard, brother. I'm glad that you are where you are. We need more men like you. But we need more men like you to identify as men like you and not niggas in the street.
Bro, can I tell y'all some real
brother,
shit, man?
You got to stop cutting me off, AC. I'm not
my
cutting
bad,
you
bro.
off,
My
man.
bad. Listen, I'm driving, man, so I can't really hear you. So I don't know if you stopped tonight. So
okay, well, now let me pull over
so I can hear you.
Let me cut me off. Listen to what I'm saying. AC,
let me pull
we
over.
need more men to get to your point and your level to be the leaders, bro. Like, bro. Real like we OG status, and I gotta use street vernacular in this aspect, but this is really how if you make it to like 30, these young cats really do see you as on some double OG type shit. You 40 and 50, like that's why they calling you old niggas, because in their world, a lot of these cats that are in the street that's jumped off the porch, steppers and all this shit, whatever, bro. But they don't expect to make it to 30. So when you make it to them, you like on some granddaddy type shit, even though you really not. But when you take yourself out of that where you are, brother, and you're successful, you're legit, you're an upstanding citizen and pillar of the community, brother, and you say, oh, I'm in the streets, or you say, I'm in it, now you take yourself back to their level, man, and it messes up what we need you to be doing. You're supposed to be not fucking identifying with the shit, but motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, denouncing the shit. So these dudes can have something to aspire to and get out of it, like you said you was at one point, right? Learn better, do better, and then become something that's going to help keep and prevent more of these young niggas from being these fucking terrorists. You know what I mean? These domestic terrorists in our own neighborhood. But no, let me say.
Can I speak?
Let me say my piece, bro. Before, because I didn't even say what I had to say. Let me say this, and then you got it, just real quick. Hey, shout out to Judge Zilla. To the point, bro. But look, Migos is not on no drill type shit. Migos would never drill rappers. Migos would never we kill niggas and shoot niggas and all this other la la la. Yeah, they talk about guns. Yeah, they talk about this and the other, whatever, la la la. But they not the I shoot
party
niggas, kill niggas every day. Yeah, so that's
great. They not the drill rappers.
Yeah, they're not drill rappers. So we can't do that now. We can't. And then Takeoff Takeoff was a really, really laid back guy, bro. Takeoff was not out here. He's never had one beef. These dudes from the crib, bro. This is Georgia. So come on now. We gotta.
Thank you, brother.
Y'all may not know. Y'all may not. If you don't know, you don't know. And I understand that you may be ignorant to it. But they was not on some King Von, Lil Durk type of time, and they just going around. Nah. Now the niggas did have some shootouts. The niggas did have some shootouts back in, I think, I want to say
2015.
Yeah, 2015. They had some shootouts. But hey, that was self-defense. And Offset went to jail for that. That wasn't even Offset's the wild one. So we can't, you know what I'm saying? And whenever this happens, and if what they're saying, this brother was an innocent bystander. Everybody said that, regardless of what you want to believe is a dice game or not. He was literally a victim of fucking just being an innocent bystander. Should he have been there in the process? Of course, we're not saying that, bro. You can't be a multimillionaire dude hanging around with nothing there niggas. Okay,
they was at a private
can't be a multimillionaire nigga around nothing there niggas. All right,
we gotta stop doing that. They was at a private party thrown by a millionaire.
But
they was at a private party thrown by millionaires.
Thrown by the millionaire. But who was there?
The millionaires, the crews that belong to the millionaires. I promise.
Bro, listen, AC, how much you willing to bet he didn't get shot by a millionaire, brother?
No, he got shot by his bodyguard.
All right. He didn't. They say he didn't get shot by his bodyguard either, but that's what I'm saying.
All of that is up for debate now because it's a growing story and shit, and it's a growing story and shit is gradually leaking out bit by bit.
Quick, in reference to everything Fantastic said, and I'll mute up. Fantastic. Let me explain something to you, bro. I heard everything you said, right? But let me tell you, I got 4 employees. You know where 3 of them came from? My block.
That's good,
right? From me being out there, and they see me, and they come up to me. Each one of them came up to me. They snuck off. They peeled off from the crew and walked up to me. It's like, yo, in the hood, everybody called me Uncle Buck. My nickname is Buck, and everybody called me Uncle Buck. They was like, yo, Uncle Buck, man, what's up, man? You got a spot for me, man? I see you moving and grooving, man. You got a spot for me? Sure.
Turn to New York down, nigga. God damn.
Jump on. My bad, dog. It don't go nowhere, nigga. It stays. It don't go nowhere, right? So, and then I could tell you about these little killer gangster niggas. I had my son at the park. He's shooting ball. I'm sitting on the park bench listening to somebody's podcast. I don't even remember who it was. I'm listening to one of y'all in the morning, right? 2, I know they killers. I know for a fact. I know they mamas. I know who they are. These niggas walked up to me and was like, yo, Uncle Buck, man, we need you to help us get a job. I got one a job at Amazon. I got the other one a job at the hospital with my boy. My brother's a supervisor at Amazon. He gave him a job. My brother's the supervisor in general service at the hospital. He gave him a job. So me being in these streets is helping people because they trust me enough to come to me and be honest and open and say, yo, I need help. I need a job. Can you help me? The one of them said, but you got to make sure you give me a job somewhere where my ops not at because I ain't worried about, I can't be at the job busting off and doing nonsense. I said, I got you. I'll get you in South Jersey with my brother. So I serve a purpose in my community. I serve a purpose, and I told one of them when I start my channel back up, I'm gonna bring him on, and he's gonna be my co-host. He's 30 years old, and he came out of the same thing I came out. He just brought a house, just had a baby, and me and him gonna kick it. But he think like y'all. He don't think like me. Because he's scared to think like this again. And I understand that. So I don't want you to think when I say I'm in the street that it's not with a purpose or I'm out here slinging. Because I'm not. I'm here to be a representative of what can be. I'm here to be a shining example. Because the same people who see me out here riding with these lawnmowers and this dump truck see me standing on the block 15 years ago doing bad. Doing what I wasn't supposed to be doing. I was a terror out here on these streets.
And listen, I respect that 100%. You getting it together, being a businessman, hiring people. And for example, like fucking brother Xavier who come through here. He's a mechanic. On the busiest season, he got like 12 employees, and he's on, and they all black. And he don't care if you got a record or whatever. If you know your way around a toolbox and can wake up to an alarm clock and have your ass here at 7 a.m., you're hired. I respect that. I respect anybody who got a business hiring black folks that you're doing it. So no problem with that. It's just when we having some of these discussions, I mean, hey, if we point out some logical inconsistencies or something we disagree with it. But one thing that I ain't seen nobody doing, I won't even let nobody do, is take away from you what you actually do as a man. It's the arguments and all of that back and forth that, yeah, we do run into some disagreement there. But you're definitely doing a damn thing in real life. So shout out to you for that. But the Clue channel in the building is AC Capes for criminals, just like black. Okay, yeah. All right, we're gonna keep it moving. Pablo Frescobar in the building. Well, he on the panel too, but he says, you said, okay, we kind of addressed that already, but I'll still go ahead and read it.
Yeah, we can go past that one.
He said, yeah, but he says, I'm in the streets because you wanted to associate it with the stereotype. You said we are placing on the community. All right, cool. GC in the building says 608 watching, 20 donating. Bad math. Appreciate that, GC. Appreciate everybody who support the stream. Appreciate each and every one of you. You can hit the super chat or cash app, but definitely hit the goddamn like button if you ain't done that. Appreciate everybody who support the stream. Y'all keep it rolling over here. But modern day problems in the building says, good point, GC, in response to GC saying that. And Jackie Jack just sent a super sticker. Do appreciate each and every one of you. But go ahead, GC. You got the floor. You got the mic. And I think Hood Conservative just sent me some of some turning developments to the story here. But we'll get to that in a second. But all right, we'll get to that in a second. But go ahead, GC. You got the floor. You got the mic.
Okay, I appreciate you. So first things first, AC, you probably don't notice, but even though we could see your picture in StreamYard, we can't see it on the regular YouTube screen. It just comes up as a white circle. That's happened to me before. I think that when you reload your picture, it'll come up regular and you can see it on the screen too.
Yeah, that happened all the time. That's why I be doing it like this, because niggas be invisible either way. So that's yeah, but no, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
AC, fix that if you can. I look, you drop, but yeah, fix it if you can. But I'm used to that. But go ahead.
Okay, thanks. And fantastic. I wanted to address something that you said, and I know that you wasn't really going this way with it when you were asking about the KKK and why don't they bring that up, but you did touch on something very interesting. And this is something that I noticed from that particular subset of the Black community, and that is that they don't really address the KKK or white supremacy or the overt white supremacists. And that's because they need them to exist in order to create some type of cohesion between the Black community. Black people come together because of fear of whiteness. They come together because they fear that if they ever break apart, then they will be picked apart by groups like the KKK, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So in a very real way, the very militant, the very, the pro-Blacks out there, they need them. So they actually want the KKK and the skinheads, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, to exist, because without them, then we would just merge into the greater society without fear of the greater society. You see where I'm going with that? Fantastic.
No, because that made no sense.
You see where I'm going with that? Fantastic.
Yeah.
It made no sense though.
Okay, no, it makes perfect sense. You can't.
You have to have an opposition. You have to have opposition.
You guys are not pro-Black, so you don't even know what pro-Blacks believe in. You guys associate pro-Black.
Well,
time out.
AC,
Umar Johnsons. That's not pro-Blackness.
Time out. Hold on. I always like to clear this up. I'm pro-Black in the sense that I want to see Black people progress. Most of the people that wear the title pro-Black spend an inordinate amount of time, from what I hear them doing. If they're doing great work in the community, fine. I'm not going to take that away from them. But most of what I hear them doing is
calling people coons on the internet.
Calling people coons on the internet, complaining about white people, and trying to spray cologne over all the shit that's in the Black community. That's
Black on Black crime is not a thing. Black on Black crime is a myth. All this
y'all
shit.
say this all the time.
Okay, can I finish? Can I finish?
Go ahead, GC.
Okay, so AC, you say that I'm not pro-Black, so I don't understand them. I'm not gay, but I know they suck dick. Okay, so
I don't know about that.
You don't know if they suck dick? Okay, that's more fool you. So anyway, fantastic. It's a fear tactic, basically, just like those who are deeply religious. They need the fear of the devil. They need the fear of hell in order to keep people in that religion. they need the fear of the Klan, and they need the fear of tiki torch people. Somebody's making noise.
All right, can somebody tell me anytime I ever talked about the Klan up here or white people?
No, that's my point. That's yeah. You actually proved my point. You see, they're never going to. They're never going to challenge.
First of all,
brother, if I may, they're never going to challenge that because they want to keep the existence. They need a bad guy, just like somebody said in the chat room. They need that boogeyman. So that's what I came up to say.
Well, yes, and most pro-blacks don't care, don't even talk about the Ku Klux Klan. Or
I know, that's my point.
Which is important. Just like you guys talk about black misbehavior is important to y'all, we talk about racism because it's important to us, right? But we do both. We talk about the ills in the community, and some of us actually go out there and be proactive and try to fix it. And we also talk about racism, why guys like you ignore racism and then talk about bitch go make me a sandwich, right? See, so you don't contribute nothing to society, but bitch go make me a sandwich. Right? You're not pro-black. You don't help black people. All you do is come on YouTube and criticize them. We don't see no school for you. We don't see nothing that you do that helps black people at all.
You got to have a whole school.
And you cheer on white people. And then you ignore racism. And then you say, well, all you guys ignore racism and say, oh, man.
Game changer. I know, hold on.
Told me, ignore racism because I got a nice house and a computer set up.
I know Game Changer not going to say this in response, but I'll say it. Game Changer, he does use his he don't got a fucking school or whatever you said he's supposed to have, but he do use his intelligence that he's done like some tutoring for the youth, you know, so he does stuff like that.
Well, did he show you? Did he show you? Did you see it for yourself? Did you see it?
Yeah, I stood over him and watched him tutor a child.
Okay, that's what's up. Then if you stood and seen it, that's what's up. I don't believe you, but that's what's up.
So yeah, it really don't matter. So my point.
I know.
No, my point is, and this is a prime example of that. Notice how he was saying that we talk about racism, but we don't address the Klan. Once again, they need racism to continue to exist so that they can have that to talk about and unite people under that particular banner. They need the dysfunction of the community and they need the fear of overt racism in order to unite the people. They understand that Black people were most united when they feared white people the most. They understand that. So they never actually want to end the problem. They want to perpetuate the problem so they can talk about the problem and unite under the problem. So it's do whatever you want with that information, fellas, but know that we notice that pattern of behavior.
You guys got to say things that make sense and be coherent. Like, you guys are just giving your opinions. Like, and then when you say that, give us examples of who these people are that need these things, these dynamics that you talk about, that need the KKK, and need to talk about who these individuals are.
Right. Well, okay, I'll do that. Basically, the individual and the example is you.
Okay, well, tell me, you just don't like me, so you just say some fuck shit.
No, I'm literally about to tell you. He named the individual.
No, I'm not.
Hold on, bruh. He named the individual and was about to give the example when you cut him off.
Me, nigga. He named me.
I know he named you, and he was about to give an example of how you do it. So go ahead, GC.
Okay, so before I give the example, I want to say that this has nothing to do with me liking you or not. Really, I don't know you, and to be perfectly honest with you, some of the things you say I do like. So it's not really a matter of liking or disliking you in that regard. Now, when I use you as an example, you said that you talk about racism, but you don't address the overtly racist.
I address the overtly racist all the time, GC. If you knew me, you would know that. Anybody in this space can tell you that I do that on a regular.
Okay, so you talk about the Klan. So
yeah, I don't talk about the Klan. I address overt racism.
Okay. Not really overt racism. The overtly racist is what I was referring to.
The Klan ain't up here.
No, I get it. What I'm saying is not overt racism, but the overtly racist is what I'm talking about. That is not.
Oh, okay, I get you. Like racism out. I get you.
Yeah, the racist. Right. So, and the reason for that, I strongly suspect, is because you need instances like this. Like every time an egregious act of racism occurs, that's when Black people come together. You being an advocate of Black people coming together is going to, in a very twisted way, look forward to these acts of violence and cruelty.
All right, I do want to circle back to what was the main topic once upon a time. I don't know exactly what this is. I guess let me pull it up so y'all can't see it, but I can read it. It says, an armed man, their friend, partner, standing just fast away from Takeoff and Quavo moments before the fatal shots, is now a person of interest. The rapper,
it should have been in the rapper's death, but somebody Rap House TV. You can't trust their caption, Bernard. So you gotta
in the
nigga translate. Yeah, you gotta niggalate.
Okay.
Now,
yeah,
Bernard, real quick, if you back out of the tweet and then scroll down to the very next comment, it's going to show you a little bit of footage of the exact person. According to the Rap House TV, this is Houston PD's person of interest.
Oh,
and I got another clip. There's another clip in back, Bernard.
I see nephew in the
back.
back.
Tell you why it might be him.
You got another clip in the back that might be of him.
Yeah, I guess it's going to explain why he's a suspect of interest. You'll see. It's basically the shooting, and I think it's him on the camera.
So cool. I can't say that this speak to this Bernard. So that right there, Quavo actually posted that on his Instagram story. So that them being in that car riding with that guy when he pretty much got to Houston or whatever, he's riding in the car in the front seat with the driver. And the driver looked like he got like a 357 Magnum or some shit sitting on the seat. You know, he throwing up the mob ties, you know, some shit that's supposed to be related to the J Prince Houston shit or whatever, right? And that was like the second to last entry on Quavo's story before the shooting came out. And this would have been what it happened. What's today? Wednesday? Today's Wednesday. So this would have been like I guess Monday night going into Tuesday morning. So that footage that he's showing right now, that Hood Service was showing, that guy was actually in the back seat with them. And again, you know, the whole situation before shit.
When they was riding around in the convertible that night,
yeah, the convertible.
It was like next to one of the Prince, J Prince son or something.
I don't know I forget who the driver. I don't know. The driver wasn't J Prince.
Yeah, I played that video. They saying that was J Prince's son. It was one of the Prince kids.
Nah, they said it was somebody. That wasn't J Prince's son that he was riding with. It was another guy, I think.
All right. So we got another video that is supposed to. Hold on. Let me back up.
Yeah, I just found this. I didn't even get a chance.
Yeah. What is this video?
So this is basically they have somebody. Look, you see the title right here. Somebody got punched. Somebody got shot, and then the shooter in the black polo shirt and black hat and satchel with a red strap across his chest. So they kind of might have caught footage of a guy actually backing up and firing shots.
All right, this is a good stream with good views. I don't want it to go to Patreon, so I'm going to be very careful here. Well, I'll probably just edit. I'll probably just edit this part out real quick right after the show.
You know, at the end, they have a blur function. You can just sort of blur the screen on the
screen. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. But all right, so let's see. Guy punched Quavo. Okay, that's just definitely a punch. Not definitely, but it looked like a punch. And they supposed to be showing. Okay, it says Takeoff going to get Quavo's back. Shooter backs up. I think they saying that guy.
That is that the person of interest that we just saw.
They saying that's
right. Did we just see him? And right, that's all. I don't know. You know, I'm just watching the video. I don't know anything. I'm not a detective, but that's why he's a person of interest, apparently.
So is that a gunsling? Is that a gunsling?
You know, dudes be carrying their man bag, but the man bag got a pistol in it. They making the man bag gangster.
Oh, okay. I got you now. Oh, so it wasn't a gun.
They saying that he was okay. Wait a minute. Y'all saw him reaching?
That's him reaching.
Yeah, he got his hand on his hip right there.
Okay, wait, hold on. See, okay, maybe I don't. Let me.
When he's backing up, he got his hand on his hip. Got his right hand on the holster.
Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. Look like he. Oh, okay. Look, yeah, you can see him pulling out. That don't even look like the same setting as where the other place was at, where it supposedly happened. Well, this is a whole
It's the
nother
same
angle.
setting. It's the same setting. You can see the bowling graphics in the back, Bernard.
Yeah.
It's the same
Yeah,
setting.
the doors to the bowling alley.
Yeah, you can see. Yeah, you see it to the thing. But this what I'm
They
saying,
just
right?
moved
That
the
don't even make
scene.
sense.
I agree. They look like they debunked the whole. This don't look like a dice game going on. But anyway, they debunked that.
No,
But,
it's like the argument just moved a little bit.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
all.
they were playing dice earlier.
Yeah, Bernard. So it's
all right,
something
let me
that
just.
spilled out into the outside versus the inside or some shit, right? But
Okay.
Yeah.
this is crazy though, because like that angle don't even make sense for him to, you know what I'm saying? We've been start some, nigga investigations or some shit, the nigga SVU. But yeah, hold on. If you go back, like it makes no sense for him to shoot Takeoff, especially like from the angle that he's at if they're together, because it's like they're side by side. So I don't even see how you would be able to shoot him by mistake.
Yeah.
If you they together, you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and it was confirmed. I think when I was looking something up, as I heard y'all saying, it was confirmed. This guy is with the other group, basically.
Well, I can understand how it happened.
Is that hold on? Wait. Is that accurate? That y'all say this guy?
He don't know who he's with.
He's with
Nah,
them.
it was a friendly fire. It was friendly fire.
They're saying a friendly fire, yes. And now.
Oh, okay. So they're saying that he was okay.
Yes,
so he was with them.
Yes. And police,
then, yeah,
now the police are saying that that's definitely the deal, because people were trying to say, no, that wasn't it. Yeah, he was with Jay Prince's people. So when the girl, like everything that he's saying was saying it was a fratricide, or people that was with him supposed to be taking care of him or whatever. And somehow the dude, bro, don't hire niggas for security, man.
Exactly.
Hire real security.
Yes, hire
he's
real
sitting
security.
there
ex-military, ex-police officers. Like
he backing up, shooting into a crowd. It's like they dumb enough to think that, you know how in the movies how everybody just a perfect shot be shooting pinpoint accuracy through a crowd. Like it don't work like that when you're shooting a real gun. Like
right.
Ain't no way. There's a whole ball of people over there. You're not going to hit the right person. Like, goddamn. All those people over there moving and fighting and scuffling. You think you're going to hit the right person shooting that? Come on, man.
Niggas still think you can curve bullets and shit.
Yeah. I'm going to send something in the back.
He backing up. He backing up while pulling out his gun. And then shot him and took a further, more difficult shot. Like, all right.
Yeah, I can see how it happened, because he's backing up. Takeoff is coming forward towards Quavo. So yeah, he's backing up. Takeoff is going towards Quavo, and he's probably turned his head and his back and trying to run away at the same time while firing. Yeah, that it's the nigga shit.
All right, let's hold on, wait, I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna go to Gen Z. What's your? I'm gonna get your name right. Black Gen Z Millennial. I'm gonna go to you real quick, but it looked like you put something in the back chat as well that I guess is related to this. So while you're ready to pull that up, go ahead and set up what it is that you put in the back for us.
Yeah, so this is. Oh yeah, thank you for having me. This is a alleged person of interest. I don't want to like go hard and say, but this is an alleged person of interest, and I mean, as you can see through the IG, this individual, was very close to the Migos. The thing is, when the Migos or Few and Neff went into Houston, they quote unquote checked in with the Mob Ties guys, Jay Prince's guys, Jay Prince Jr., all that kind of stuff. And it didn't render them any results. I heard you guys discussing racism earlier, and I'm trying to figure out, how does racism tie into this scenario at all? See, on my channel, we cover situations just like this every single day from the Black community. The only difference is these individuals that I cover are regular people. They're not famous. And, besides their family members, nobody really gives a fuck about them passing away. So, I mean, we have this type of activity going on every single day in the community, and it's not addressed. But when a famous person gets shot and killed, then everybody's having discussions and panels about it. But my thing is, we need to start highlighting the little people so the big people, actually matter. Because at the end of the day, we're going to mourn about this on social media for a couple of days, and then it's going to go back to the same buffoonery.
Can somebody explain to me the check-in thing? I keep hearing this.
Yeah, so it's a process that all the famous people have to do pretty much.
It's extortion. It's extortion.
Yeah. That's what it is. It's pretty much like, hey, especially, and it's really huge on the West Coast.
All the famous people, or just the
rappers,
artists,
mainly rappers. It's some of this mainly rappers. So yeah, you get rappers that have to go to these other cities and stuff, and you have to check in with the person that's there so that you pretty much are safe. Otherwise, you're gonna get robbed, you're gonna get targeted, all these other things, and you go to someone that's a big name like a J Prince, Mob Ties, or whoever. West Coast is usually like gang members, Crips, Bloods, whatever, so on and so forth, right? Like certain individuals, and pretty much the word is put out there is like, hey, you cannot touch these individuals. So it's like it's paid extortion pretty much. And what it's not always money. It's not always money. A lot of times, or some of the times, it's like, hey, just come in and do something with the youth program or stuff like that. But for the rappers though, for the most part, it's on some money type shit, or
listen
you're
to
there
my
for
tape,
promo.
listen to my demo.
Well, no, it's not. No, not the rapper. The rapper don't need you to listen to their demo. They're already famous rappers. You come to like,
but I'm saying the people involved.
No.
He's saying the extortionist.
Yeah, you're still missing it. Yeah, still. So like the J Prince Jr. dude, right? He had an event that whoever he was there, cool. But when he throw the private event or the after event to say the Migos are going to be there, now that brings more money to his thing. You know what I'm saying? And the big motherfuckers want to come there and throw money and be known and be seen, and they want to be able to say, "Hey, I was out with the Migos." You see what I'm saying? So it's a money generator for them.
All right.
So Black Gens, real quick. Well, go ahead, GC.
No, I'm curious. How come the white rappers or the white entertainers don't have to check in? Like, how come the members of Coachella don't have to check in with the?
Does Chad Harlow check in? Jack Harlow.
No, he doesn't. No. But this is a standard that has been created by the Black community in concordance with the street code. So all of this is like street code nonsense, where it's like you have a room full of people where Takeoff died. They've got person of interest or people of interest and whatnot, but nobody's snitching. That's part of the street code. Just like checking in is part of the street code. When you go into a foreign land, go into a state that you're not familiar with, city, whatever, you have to check in. And, the Migos have facilitated, along with, Young Thug before he was locked up, because I'm in Atlanta, I'm in Buckhead. So, I mean, these individuals were facilitating check-ins into their cities as well. So like when people would come in, they would check in with the Migos or YSL, and then they would be quote unquote good in the hood. So they can go to any hood in Atlanta and all this kind of stuff and be fine. So it's the same thing. It's street code bullshit, and it's extortion.
So excuse my ignorance. Can I ask a question? Another question? Because I'm ignorant. I'm not in the streets.
Go ahead.
Isn't it racist to have check-in for Black artists, but you don't have check-in for, like you said, Jack Harlow? Wouldn't that be racist?
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. But the problem is these rappers, they want to check in. There was a video of, and he's not a rapper, Steven Jackson, former NBA player. Yep. I mean, the man is in his late 40s, early 50s, and he, quote unquote, checked into O Block. And then his justification was, I'm a 40-year-old man, I'm Muslim, but I got to check in with these people because, I want to be safe. I want to get home. I want my family to be safe. And it's just, it makes no sense. A lot of these people, they just play into it. So you really don't necessarily have to check in. You just go. But the problem is a lot of these. Huh?
When they said they want to be
safe from being robbed, safe from the Jack Boys, safe from the killers, the niggas who will rob you at gunpoint.
Wait.
They want to be safe from everything they rap about? That's wild.
Wait. I'm with Pablo. So they want to be safe from the people who they're paying. Basically, they're paying they won't rob.
The same ilk of people. Yes, those ilk of people. And hold on, brother, just real quick. I don't know how familiar you are with the space, brother, but we definitely do talk about the regular people here. We've been talking about stuff going on in Chicago and black on black crime. Black on black crime is a real thing here, bro.
Oh yeah.
So You make
yeah. Thanks for clearing that up.
Yeah,
Thanks
we
for clearing
don't
that up.
just talk
Fantastic,
about only celebrities, brother. We've been doing this for a little minute, and we've been bringing up the issue and problem with this. It just gets blown up.
Obviously talking about the celebrity trending issue is what brought 600 people in here, but we did morph it into a larger discussion about the problem in the Black community. That's called being a content creator. That's called being a content creator.
So let me see. I'm trying to get this like I'm a 4-year-old. So is there a white gang that make white people check in?
No.
Okay. No. Okay. So bear with me. What happens if a Black person was to rob a white entertainer? Do they say, well, you should have checked in? Like what happens?
Oh, they go to jail.
They go to jail. Yeah.
They know better. They know better not to do it because they know like black people are afraid to target white people for one. That's one of the biggest elephants in the room. But again, black people, us as a whole have made it okay to where, you know, if a Black person kills another Black person, that goes to the Black on Black crime element. It's just another nigga dead. You know, it's in the game. Yeah. You know, you use some type of street philosophy, you know, oh, it's in the game, or, you know, it is what it is. He caught that nigga slipping, he wiped his nose, all this type of shit, and no one cares because, you know, it's a nigga killing a nigga.
All right, Black Gen Z Millennial. I don't think you necessarily. I'm gonna get these super chats real quick. Thank you to everybody supporting the stream. I don't know if you sent me the right link because this is just
yeah, I mean that's the guy who's alleged person of interest.
Oh, this is him.
I mean, if you click on the if you click on
I just needed to scroll down one and we'll see the same guy.
If you click on the pin video, it's like people sending them death threats in the comments. You know, I guess Migos fans and all that kind of stuff. Like they're in the comments sending them death threats and all this kind of stuff. So
the first comment I read is I hope you can hide better than you can shoot.
Right. And
if it really was friendly fire, boy, they gonna be on his ass. You ain't got no love.
Hold on.
No, everybody saying that's what it was. Everybody saying that's what it was.
That's a just for fun picture. I thought he was actually in the military when I saw this from far away. I was like, oh shit, I know he ain't legit.
But just
military.
Yeah,
they playing dress up. My bad. Like,
right. Just to go back to Buddy's comment about you know, white artists not having to undergo the same type of extortion that Black artists go through. The reason why that doesn't happen is, for one, like white artists don't specifically endorse or even market directly to the street. They have a broader audience and whatnot. And then another reason why is because white people don't live by the, you know, the outdated street code where it's no snitching and all this kind of stuff. So they don't. So if something happens to them, they're going straight to the police. They're going to call 911. The thing with the Migos situation is, like I said, you had multiple people in the room and nobody. I mean, people are posting things online, but they're not going directly to the police and saying, "Hey, this happened, and these are the individuals here, and these are the people that I saw pull out weapons." They're like, oh, let them folks do their job. That's what I hear often. Let them folks do their job. Don't make their job easier. That's what I hear often from the Black community, and specifically the guys who embrace the street. So
yeah, and
in a very real way, white people have to check in, but it's called taxes that you pay the local police force to protect them from hooligans.
Hey, and to his point though, that
we also pay the same taxes, and also the police is trying to find the Negro who did the shooting. So like the police, like they actually work when, you know, when people.
So why check in?
Well,
so,
Bernard,
I agree. So with that, why check in if the police are working and they're doing their job? Like it seems like Black people are paying like an extra tax.
Well, yeah, you have to though. Yeah, you have to, because otherwise niggas will shoot you, and then it won't be the police; it'll be the coroner. But to this point too, Bernard, it's a Black police chief in Houston that's out here saying, "Hey, look, we need people to come forward and help us with this investigation." You know, it's crazy, Bernard. You know, right? Everybody got a camera phone out. Everybody, you know, recording. There's people, you know, recording the man's body, him bleeding out and stuff like that, or whatever. But yet and still, you have a police chief, a Black police chief, you know, giving his condolences to the family and all those different things, right?
Yeah.
Saying that, hey, we still need help with this investigation. We need people to come forward and give you the information. You had, you know, from the looks of it, let's say at least in the video alone, 20 some odd people, and you running for your life. So you know who shot, right?
You know where them
because
shots
of,
came from.
like the brother said, like shout out to brother Gen Z, you know, stop snitching, right? And fuck 12 and all this other shit. Now there's some that Migos are gonna have to. This is gonna be a real testament because Migos put a whole song out named "Fuck 12." It was one of their biggest things, you know. And Atlanta is the home of "Fuck 12." So now, again, man, it's gonna be a really sad song because you know one of these guys, you know, their demise came for niggas being niggerant, right? But now you're gonna have to actually depend on and work with 12 so this man can get some justice for his life.
Yeah. And I also want to. Oh, go ahead.
Well, go ahead real quick. I'm gonna go to you, then I'm gonna go to you, then I'm gonna go to Illuminated. I can't even see your full name, but we'll get it. We'll get the introductions together in a second. But go ahead, Black Gen Z.
Yeah, I just wanted to highlight some other people who, you know, lost their life in Houston. You know, a lot of people online, from what I've seen, is like, oh, how did this happen in Houston? Houston's safe. Houston is on fire right now, just like any other Democratic-run major city in the United States. I mean, you had Taylor Young, a brother who graduated college, who passed away 8 months ago. You have a rapper, Lil Uzi's rapper, Lotta Cash Desto. She was shot and killed in Houston in a robbery. So I mean, these are not like Takeoff is not like the only individual who basically got caught lacking in Houston, and this is happening every day. So I just kind of wanted to bring acknowledgement to that because, like I said, I know you guys cover a whole variety of topics, but just in general, I think that, you know, we use these instances to highlight, oh, well, you know, this is an issue in the Black community. Rap is the most dangerous job, as you hear a lot of people saying. But the reality is this is happening to normal, everyday people at a way higher rate. Normal everyday Black people at a way higher rate than these rappers. So it's not even so much about hip hop and rap music, even though that is it's heavily correlated. It's more about the dire state that the community is currently in 2022.
Agreed. So real quick before I move it along, hold on real quick. K Wood in the building says it was friendly fire. Dude in a yellow long sleeve shirt stole Takeoff chain, and he was shooting at him in a difficult angle. Okay, that sort of lines up with what we saw in the video. Too cool for school in the building. Shout out to you. Do appreciate your support. He says, why do you even need ninjas with guns in a crowd for a dice game? They tapped in with Jay Prince and still got killed in the city. Shaking my head. I guess that tap in don't exactly. Yeah. No guarantees on the tap in. No guarantees. Jockey's Retro in the building says MS-13 taxes their people.
No, they don't.
The time.
And even if they did, right? Why don't we hear about it, and why aren't people still getting killed? People forget Dolph got shot in Cali, right? Before he got killed. So it was an attempt on his life when he was in Memphis. He was out traveling in Cali and got shot. You know, allegedly of attempted robbery or whatever. 2 Chainz got robbed. Okay, he wasn't shot, but 2 Chainz got robbed out there in Cali. Cali is infamous for this thing. And then, like somebody said in the chat, shout out to who said it in the chat. Trying to shout yourself out, brother, when you said it. I can't scroll up and find it. But that dude, it was a big controversy here recently with Lil Boosie being accused of Duke the jeweler that's getting killed in Houston too. That was a robbery thing or whatever.
Yeah, Boosie got shot in Dallas as well after at Mo 3's memorial.
Got shot. So yeah, man, what Kodak got shot. Right, Kodak got shot. Where was Kodak when he got
Cali?
Shot?
He was in LA.
Yeah, Cali. So I'm telling you, Quando Rondo's homeboy got killed in Cali. Quando Rondo got shot, and his acquaintance got killed in Cali. So yeah, man, this whole check-in thing or whatever. Listen, you make the bed and you lay in it, bro. Live by the sword, die by the sword, and only people that can really change it, because this only applies to rappers. So rappers made this thing a thing. In which, listen, bro, if you were a rapper and you got $1 million budget or whatever, bro, you can come to motherfucking security, hire real security for a couple of $1,000s, and bro, you will start making the example. Because I promise you, trained security has to drop over just random hood niggas with guns. And
if they had actual trained security, that Takeoff would be alive.
I'm not worried about no motherfucking checking in, bro. I pay that 2 bands or whatever. Hire me one guy, one trained guy, one ex special forces guy, and I promise you, bro, he's worth about 10 hood niggas. And
the issue with that, would you make sure that he's black?
No, bro, but that's the problem. No, that's the problem. Niggas still want to do nigga shit. You cannot take your $500,000 salary security guard into the trap and you do fucking music videos with your hood niggas from the projects. Like the worlds don't collide well when you do that. So how are you gonna like bring that type of security? You're not even gonna go to a place like that when you got that kind of security.
Yeah, you saying the real security that's actually doing their job, they would advise your ass not to even go there. Like if they truly doing their job, you wouldn't even be there. So they still want to be there. So okay, if I'm gonna do this ignorant shit, I gotta bring my my what'd you call it? Fantastic nigger I can't say the word. You put nigga and ignorant together. Very good.
Niggerant. Yeah, y'all know how I get down.
Ignorant security. They got to get the niggerant security to go do the bullshit with them. So yeah, that's what that is.
I have a question for Gen Z. Gen Z, what should a person do when the community inside the community is more dangerous than outside the community?
You leave. That's why you get out of the hood. That's why you stop hanging around all these niggas. That's just the reality of the situation. Like you have to separate yourself, especially if your money is long, like Quavo and Takeoff and all them. See, the problem is they don't want to hire official security, ex-police officers, ex-military, ex-Marines, ex-Green Berets and all this kind of stuff who are, they're independent contractors. You can hire them any moment. They might be a little bit more expensive than the street guys, but at least you're not getting extorted and you can guarantee your safety. The issue is that it hurts their street code. It hurts their credibility. It hurts their the street cred, because now in songs they literally rap, oh, I ain't with no security, da 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 da, like I'm always by myself. So they're bragging about being by themselves, not hiring security, being the hardest nigga in the world. And then on the back end they got security guarding their concerts. So it's a conflict of interest.
Let me ask you this. Just as a music fan, how about this, yo? All my shooters white. Like, I think that's gangster. All my shooters are white. Nobody wants to do that. What the fuck is wrong? Listen, you ain't made it until you got white gunmen, bro. You have not made money until your gunmen are white.
They can make that sound cool. But
I agree. But the community is not gonna like that, and they're going to critique that and say, oh, well, you're just hiring slave catchers to shoot down black people and all this stuff. And they're going to make any excuse.
Well, if you want a job done right, goddamn.
Absolutely. I agree. But I'm just telling you what the community is going to say in retort to that.
Almost forgot. We do got to go to introduce yourself, brother. Illuminated something. What's your name? You got the mic. Go ahead. Welcome to, I think it's the first time on the show. Welcome aboard.
Hey, how you doing? What's up, Fantastic?
What's up, Illuminated? How you doing, sir?
Good. I see you had to come over here with the intellectuals, I see. Yeah, I was just chiming in and listening to you because I knew this was going to be, as Gen Z say, the hot topic of the week, and then we're going to go back to buffoonery as usual. But I believe it was the brother that's up under you, Brother Riley, Hood Sensitive. I think he made
Hood Sensitive.
Oh, conservative. I'm sorry.
Hood Conservative.
Go for it, bro. Go for it.
Hey, just so you know, Hood Conservative, that's what I'm calling you. Because sometimes you do say some heartfelt stuff when you're talking about the community and how what we doing to the children and all that. So yeah, you Hood Sensitive sometimes. So I like it. We're going with that.
I don't even feel like fighting today, man. Niggas dead already, man. There's enough niggas dead. I don't want to fight no more.
Yeah,
all right, go ahead, Illuminated.
All these internet gangsters over here. You better be careful, Fantastic. But anyway, I just wanted to comment on, I guess, the culture, because it seems to me, I like what he said. If I'm worth X amount of dollars and have a certain economic status, I'm gone. I love my people, love what y'all doing down there, but I'm gone. I don't understand that. And to Fantastic, he always elaborates, but it's almost like they have to keep this street cred for economic status. you know, and the music industry is so freaking corrupt right now. I don't even listen to that stuff, but just it seems like every time it's some black dude getting shot and getting killed, you know, somewhere, not being where he's not supposed to be. And I just don't understand that, you know, if you want to live that life. And I just, it saddens me. You know, we got so many opportunities and I heard the argument that y'all had earlier where you guys are not supposed to criticize this niggerish stuff, you know, um, uh, hood conservative was going in hard. I was
Nah, that's
listening
hood
to
sensitive. See, you already melting the women's heart, man. You should go with hood sensitive, man. I'm telling you, that'll work for you.
Dang, bro, I just gave you a new name and stuff. But yeah, I just like what you're doing, man. I like going on to different panels, man, where you know people can really discuss, you know, issues and things to where we can really try to. I thought these spaces are supposed to be for we, you know, we identify the problem and come up with some type of solutions and stuff. But you know, that's the thing that really made me mad. You know, while I was serving, you know, they never did talk about the black on black crime. And I forget the brother, I believe up under Hood Conservatives was talking about they need the boogeyman, which is correct. You know, the people from my generation, you know, have to keep that that boogeyman alive because it's all about the money. You know, the Jesse Jacksons, the Al Sharptons, and people like that. Though they're trying to pass on this false narrative of trying to keep that the thing that we had back in the 60s, you know. So if they can keep that thing going, it's like it doesn't it's financially gaining for them. So for me, it's like I'm not with that. We have one human race, but it seems like one demographic is always being pimped. And I saw it since the 60s, the 70s, you know, and now I call what I call the rappers now, the ones who are not speaking out, I'll call them the gatekeepers. You know, they're the one that's supposed to be representative of our community, and it's sad. That's not who we are as a people. We have very intelligent people that can represent us, but they don't want to do that. So that's my take on it, brother.
Hey Bernard, can I just respond to that real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say, like, I understand the take, you know, as far as like having an issue with certain behaviors and things, but rappers are a very infantile segment of our community, right? Yes,
with a really big bullhorn.
They have, that's what I was about to say. They have they have exposure or whatever, but they're a very small segment within our community. And I don't really necessarily think that we as a people look at rappers as a representation of us. I think the outside world does. And I think we're taking our cues from the outside world and we're not having an internal conversation.
Let me ask this. Who do we look at as a representation?
Can I please finish?
Yeah, go for it.
And what we do is we take the outside world's view of us, and then we bring it back and say, this is what they think about us. We got to straighten this out. But why should we care what they think about us? Because believe me, they don't care what we think about them. They don't care what we feel about the issues in their culture or what's going on. But we really care about what others think about us and how they extrapolate it and make rap a representation of blackness, which it is not. It is the smallest decimal thing, because if you look at this panel in itself, a few of you guys listen to rap, but you guys really don't listen to rap. So if you take this segment and extrapolate it out to the rest of society, a lot of black people don't listen to rap. A lot of black people don't buy into the thing that rap.
Hold on, AC.
I don't agree.
Okay,
please let me finish. Well, right? And I think that's what you guys do over here, because that's your guys' philosophy. Your guys' thing is, okay, the group down here is making us look bad in the world, right? And that's only because the people that's digesting it is thinking that way, right? Okay. Like, they shouldn't be a representation of us in the world. Rappers shouldn't be what black people, other people see as blackness, and we should be the ones who change that. It shouldn't be record labels, radio stations. It should be intelligent brothers like the ones that is speaking that go out and be a full representation of what greatness and blackness is. That's why I'm pro-black. Because when I go out to the world, I represent myself as a black man who is doing it, who understands excellence.
You criticize us. You criticize us when we separate ourselves and criticize the shit that's bad. You come
Can
and
I-
criticize us. You
I'm not
contradicting your original
criticizing y'all.
point.
I'm asking. I'm not criticizing y'all. I'm simply saying to y'all, if you guys have such a problem, why don't you guys go out to the community and talk to these people?
Now you're trying to deflect
No.
it somewhere
Sir,
else.
sir,
No.
are we talking to the community right now, though? No. Right now on this panel, are we not talking to the community?
Fellas, can I respond, please? Can I respond? I'll answer all your questions if you
Go
want me
ahead.
to respond.
Go ahead, GC.
Okay. First question that I'll answer is how come we don't go into the community and speak directly to the people? Because I can't afford the check-in fee. The second question.
Have a real conversation, man.
No, I didn't
have a
interrupt
real
you.
conversation.
That was a quick joke. We can keep rolling. Go ahead, GC.
So yeah, thank you. Yeah, I can't afford the check-in fee. Now, the second question that I want to answer on a more serious note is why do we care what the world thinks of us or what the world abroad thinks of us? You see, whenever they think that we have a gun or they think that we're a criminal or something like that, that is when you should say, why do you care what they think? Well, I care because I don't want people like me to get shot. That is why you should care. You see, I don't like people initially assuming that I'm a buffoon because those who look like me behave as a buffoon. And I don't think I'm sorry.
That's called ignorance on their part, though. That's ignorance on their part.
I don't care. I don't want to be. I don't want to be. Excuse me. I don't. Just like they don't care that I think that they're ignorant. Yeah, I don't really care if they call it ignorance. Like they can just be ignorant. Nevertheless, I'm not going to perpetuate their view of us being ignorant.
Can I respond to that?
I'll explain it more simple. I'll explain. Well, piggyback on what GC saying. As simple as this: ethnic reputation matters. I think people that speak as we speak are doing something. Are doing something. People who speak as we speak are doing something to change, influence, and affect that ethnic reputation in a positive way by one, criticizing the negative shit that you agree that it's negative. But again, you're coming in here butting back and forth with the people who are butting against the bullshit, which means I go back to my original point I made about you. You're running interference for the bullshit. You're doing exactly what I said. I'm not running interference
for the bullshit. I just don't agree with you guys' philosophy when it comes to the bullshit.
You're doing exactly what I described that pro-blacks do. They basically try to spray cologne over funk. Like the person who didn't take a bath. The person who didn't take a bath. The person who didn't take a bath just want to spray cologne over it. And that must and that funk is still seeping through. You can't just spray cologne over it.
Can I just want to ask AC a question.
Let me finish what I was saying right quick, brother. Because
my bad.
No worries. It's and this is part of the cycle. You see, they create an image of ignorance so that when you try to leave society, they treat you like an ignorant jackass. And then they say, you see, those people are treating you like you're ignorant. You need to come back over here and pay the check-in. Like, it's a fucked up dynamic. They are working to make the greater society hostile towards you to force you into their community. That's all.
Can I push back on that a little bit?
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
And I like to
Tommy
get
B.
in.
Go ahead, Tommy B.
So,
we about to wrap this up pretty soon, but I do want to let Tommy B and Trader MBD say what they got to say before we get out of this. Go ahead, Tommy B. You got
my only pushback on that, and the reason why I really could give a fuck about what they think about us is because last time I checked, when we walked around in suits, they still sick dogs on us. They still shot us. They still beat the shit out of us. So
when
no
was
matter
the last time you checked?
When in the 60s when we didn't have this.
So the last time you checked was before I was born?
I speak?
Okay. Hold on, brother. Can you just clarify who they is, brother? Please. I want to know who they
the
is.
people that we're trying to impress, or we're trying to have this ethnic image.
Whoa. Nobody is
or we're trying to have this ethnic image.
Nobody, hold on, wait, time out. This ain't about, hold on, we're not criticizing bullshit to make sure that we, dressed up and tap dancing and looking. Hold on, brother, I'm talking. We're not criticizing the bullshit to make sure that we tap dancing properly for white people. We criticizing the bullshit because it's actually bullshit, and somebody got to clean the shit up. So there's that. So that we can.
No, I agree with that. But what he said was he wanted it cleaned up so people wouldn't look at him as a buffoon. My point is, when we didn't have this image, when we had a MLK walk around with a suit on, they still looked at us that way. I do agree it needs to be cleaned up. I'm not pushing back against that. What I'm saying is, if we're doing it for that approval, then you might as well move around, because they're gonna look at us the way they're gonna look at us, whether we're in the suit, whether we sagging, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
I mean,
that ain't really. Yeah, you gotta. I got you, GC, but you gotta understand this point. AC is the one who started that, where he's basically saying, "I don't care what they think about us," and then the counter to that was, okay, on one hand you're saying you don't care what they think about us, but then on another hand you're going to complain if the police is just too quick to grab the gun when he sees a black person reach for his wallet. He thought he was reaching for a gun instead of the wallet because of what they think about us. So you can't in one hand complain about that, but then say you don't care how they think about us, but then try to spray deodorant or for perfume over the shit that you see when people are out there shooting and killing each other, and the rappers are glorifying it, and the rappers are dying, and then we criticize it, and then we wrong for criticizing it. It goes in that full circle. So that's where we at with it. But just want to make it clear, it ain't about tap dancing and look nice, good, shiny, and clean for white people. No, we actually talking about the problems in the culture. Go ahead, GC.
Okay, let me ask this, because we're talking about suits here, and the last time we checked in was in the 60s, and we should behave as if we are in the 60s. This is what I was talking about the fear of the Klan and stuff like that. They want to keep that fear going, as if we're in the 60s and the Klan is lurking around to lynch people in suits. They want to keep that fear because it's what keeps the community together. Now, let me ask you this, brother. What happens to a person that doesn't pay the check-in fee but walks down the hood with a suit?
So I'm actually from Cali, and I actually came up
I
here
am
to speak on that.
I am too.
Okay.
So what happens? What happens, sir?
Are you gonna let me talk?
Okay, go for it.
I go to LA all the time.
Okay.
Nothing happens to me. The problem with this, and I'm gonna answer y'all question about the white.
Brother, are you a rapper? Hold on, brother. Are you a rapper? Are you a famous rapper? Respectfully, I gotta ask the question. Hold on.
He didn't ask me as a rapper. He asked me.
But brother, but you're using. We're talking about famous.
He asked me. He didn't ask me as a rapper.
You got it,
bro. I wonder.
I mean,
John Legend, Aloe Black. Do they pay the check-in fee?
Let me explain it to you, Bernard.
No. I want to hear what happens to the brother when he wears a suit in the hood.
When I go to LA, I personally call people. Why? Because they have because they have bullshit going on down there that I don't want to get in the middle of. Now, I have family and friends in those places where bullshit happens. So I call down there just to make sure I'm not going to end up in the middle of some bullshit. That's why I call in to people that I know. It's not this whole, I got to go pay this person and walk around me, not yada, yada, yada. A perfect example would be PNB Rock. Had he called somebody, everybody would have told him that's not the Roscoe's to go to.
He lived in LA.
Can I talk? 15 minutes.
Can I respond?
He lived in LA.
15 minutes up the freeway, you would have been at a safer one. If he lived in LA and he knew how LA got down, he would have knew not to be at that Roscoe's with $500,000 in jewelry on.
You're victim blaming.
Hey, DC, can I respond?
I get a word in.
Wait, there's so much on the table here. I'm just curious about this check-in that you did.
Wait
a minute. Let me ask my question. So this call that you make, like, what happens in this call? Like,
they just explained to me what's going on. So it's like, okay, don't go to this section. It's hot over here. Yada yada yada. That's why I said the thing with the PNB Rock thing. Somebody simply would have told them, bro, that ain't the one to go to. Go 15 minutes up the road. Am I saying that?
So can I ask you a question, brother?
Let me finish. I am not saying that what happened to that man was right, but I was in the military. You know, the first thing they tell us when we got off the ship in another country, don't go here, don't go there. Actually, the week that happened, Joe Budden was in Greece. You know what they told him? Don't wear your jewelry here. That's in Greece. When you're around poor people, it's probably a good idea not to have $500,000 in jewelry on.
That makes sense.
So we all don't. Can I ask you a question real quick about that Roscoe's? Because I pulled my truck up as a brother. I pulled my truck up right next to that same Roscoe's during COVID was happening. Walked in and chilled out right in the parking lot and waited for my food and got in my truck and drove off and ate it. Why don't we all have to check in when we just live a different life and we ain't down with that stuff? Why don't we have to check in?
Because you're not walking around with $500,000 in jewelry on. That's what I'm saying. Now, and going to that Roscoe's, was there a risk? Absolutely. I can tell you this: if somebody said they from LA, do you remember how East LA used to be? If you was black and was in East LA, it was a problem at a time.
Okay.
Those Mexicans would be on your ass. That's a fact.
Okay. I'm actually from Oakland. I said I was from Cali.
Oh, well, I'm from Oakland too.
What part?
Brookfield, 98th.
Okay. I'm from the Dubs. So I never have to check in on 98th or the Dubs.
Are y'all checking in with each other?
No.
See, I think the biggest issue.
If you're from the city, you're not really checking in like that. And if the hood is hot, you might want to, because whatever.
I think the biggest issue is, and I'll be quick, but like we're talking about, oh, we shouldn't care what people think. We shouldn't care what people think. Actually, we should, because we are trying to further and advance our ethnic image. So it absolutely matters what people think about you. It absolutely matters when you walk into that bank and you're trying to get a loan for a house, what people think about you. It absolutely matters when you're trying to get approved to buy or purchase a vehicle, what people think about you. I mean, look at what happened to Kanye. You think those people who shut him down don't care what people think about them? Absolutely not. They absolutely care. And that's why they're not going to let you say anything out of your mouth about them. So unless you're not trying to further the ethnic image of the African-American race, then okay, go ahead. Oh, we don't care what people think. We just gonna act the ass. We're just gonna act the ass, and it doesn't matter if people judge us or you know, have a preconceived notion about us, because we just gonna do whatever the fuck we want. That's a horrible mindset.
Can I speak on that real quick?
All right, yeah, we're gonna let Trey speak, and then we probably gonna wrap this thing up. But real quick, Nuruddin in the building. All right, we're gonna try to get all that in fast. I'm trying to get off of here, but Nuruddin in the building says, "Hey Bernard, just checking in like those rappers. I'm checking in with those women. I had fun with that. Oh man, at the Halloween parade. You gotta post some new pictures of you and your favorite holiday and your favorite uniform.
Bernard, Nuruddin is qualified from where the white women at. He's disqualified.
I know. No, I said Nuruddin is suspended for a few months after.
He's
after
suspended
that.
from where the white women.
I told everybody.
Hey, but he checking in though.
Do not go on that damn pineapple show. Nuruddin ass went. I was so disappointed.
I'm not disappointed.
I had to hold that proxy L. I did, because I mean,
Nuruddin, it took courage. I will say that.
Yeah.
And I'm not
okay.
It took courage.
I mean, it takes courage to stick your hand in a wood chipper, but you don't get a pat on the back for having the courage to do it. It's like anyway. All right, Nuruddin in the building again with another one. He says, "Wow, he kind of sounds like X-Clan rap group." Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Wow, he kind of sounds like X-Clan rap group. Thank you.
Sealed with the kids.
So,
I don't know who that is. And real quick, nobody. It's going to sound off-putting the way I say this, but nobody sent a $25 cash app. Now, the person who sent it name is nobody. I'm not saying that none of y'all sent one. I'm saying that nobody, that's his name, sent a $25 cash app. And I appreciate you, brother. I do appreciate you. Thank you for sending a $25 cash app. Shout out to nobody. That's just so weird to say. All right, so we're gonna go to Trey. Then Game Changer, we did want to respond to something. Then we're probably gonna escape. So go ahead, Trey. You got it.
Hey, but speaking of nobody, if you know the special forces operators, you know the green lit guys, you know, color coded guys out there, that's who you want as your security. I'm just saying, you know, speaking of that movie, everybody go check out Nobody. Pretty cool movie. It's about an operator.
It is.
Yeah, but to get back to Black Gen Z's point about the sniff test, and I know everybody was talking about this. Unfortunately, in the world we live in today, sorry fellas, but thanks to gangster rap and all the knuckleheads of many moons ago, you got to pass the sniff test wherever you go. Now, the sniff test could just be as easy as looking at you, the way you dress, the way you speak, the way you got, you know, you're clean shaven. If you got a bunch of dreads on with your pants sagging down, you might not fail the sniff test. You might fail the sniff test, no matter what you say or what you do or what your occupation is or how much money you have. You might not pass it. Now, in saying that, look, it is what it is. If you believe in the cult of black, if you care about furthering this made up African American, that made up nonsense, it is what it is. But at this point, that is linked to the cult of dysfunction. So if you're saying, okay, cool, I'm gonna, make all this money and I'm gonna still want to be around black folks, as Gen Z said, all these black folks are getting killed on a daily. One of the reasons I moved out of Houston, it was nuts. Pook ran up in my house and almost lost his life because of it. He lucky, an inch saved him. But that's what's gonna happen if you make that kind of money and you stay in those environments. You're just gonna be a regular Joe Smo, and eventually your nigga moment's gonna come from another nigga. Is what it is.
Yeah. John 81101 says, just checking in. Yeah, that's the thing now. You gotta check in for you just can't come up in here. Can't just come up in here typing in the chat. You gotta check in. Gotta make sure you're safe. Nerdine back in the building says, okay, X Clan is a pro black rap group from the 90s. It was the 90s when I started really listening. I was born in 82, so yeah, but I
sealed with a kiss, Bernard. Sealed with a kiss. That's X Clan.
I'm yeah. All right, cool. But thank you, Nordine. I do appreciate that. And GC, you did want to say something else before we make it up out of this joint.
Yeah. So, brother, when you talk about the dangers of the white community, and the suit and stuff like that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. When you compare and contrast to the dangers of the black community, you don't have to go back 60 years in order to see that. It is more dangerous now. You're more likely to get killed in a suit from a black man now than a white man. And actually, you're more likely to be killed if you are in the 60s than in the 60s. Those in LA know what I'm talking about.
Can I explain why I went back that far? I went back that far because I think that's around the last time our ethnic image was to where we kind of dressed in suits. We had 2-parent homes, yada, yada, yada. And my point was, even when we kind of fit the mold that everybody's saying we should, we still was looked at a certain way. It's not making an excuse for the dumb shit that's happening now. I'm just, again, you already explained, Bernard, that we're not doing it for them. So if that's it, then that's fine. I'm just saying,
you got to look up Claude Brown, my brother.
It's not the tap dance form, but seeing that civil rights legislation got passed, whatever they did to fight the racism, it apparently worked in the sense that.
Well, they got legislation passed, but I'm saying, how were they treated in the streets? Even though the legislation was passed,
bro, niggas was on the bullshit back then, bro.
At this point, hold on, wait, time out. You're talking about the way black people was treated during Jim Crow laws. Like, I mean, come on, it's like that,
bro. Niggas was on the bullshit back then. Look up Claude Brown.
Exactly.
So I know they were. What I'm saying is, it wasn't the overall image of black people as it is now because of this rap, the gangster rap shit. What I'm saying is, outsiders, when they view us through the lens of these weirdos that's dancing around with their pants down to their knees and stuff. I'm saying back then that wasn't how they viewed us, but what I'm saying is we still were treated a certain way. That's all I'm saying.
But bro, go outside and count. Hold on, I just got one point. Go outside and count the black men that you see, and tell me how many of them have their pants sagging. If you go outside, a majority of the black men that you're going to see outside are going to have their pants sagging. Facts.
Okay, so you're saying that because they were violent, generations ago towards brothers in suits and who maintained a positive image, we shouldn't maintain a positive image today.
I never said we shouldn't, bro. I said if your motivation, I said if your motivation for doing that is for these people to treat you a different way, then you're gonna be rudely surprised. It's all.
Yeah, no, but the thing. No, hold on. No, that's I think that's bullshit, because the fact of the matter is most of us who are living a life that is not on that bullshit.
Yeah,
we do acknowledge that we don't. That bullshit don't come our way.
Okay,
we don't get treated. So
Bernard,
we're not walking around. I don't walk around begging and pleading for white people.
No, Bernard. This is
I don't have those issues.
But Bernard, this is what I'm saying. Almost weekly, a story is coming out about how a black couple is getting their house appraised, not in the streets, not on the bullshit, and then they have a white family or somebody else come in the house and represent the house.
That's media lies, bro.
A lot of that's bullshit.
I'm in the real estate. That's the media lying to you. That's the media lying to you, bro. That's the same people that
Yeah.
Ye is beefing with lying to you, bro. They
Yeah.
want the black
Wait,
people mad.
hold on, wait, hold on. Black Gen Z millennial was saying that you're in the real estate business and that's bullshit.
I'm in the real estate business. I'm in the South. It's bullshit.
Speak
It's
on
straight
that.
bullshit.
Okay, speak on that. Go ahead and debunk that because I've been
So
hearing a lot about that.
most of the time when people get appraisals, for one, they have a lockbox on their house, so they're not even at the house. Okay, and then you can get a revision of an appraisal if you think the price, or if you think that it was lower or whatnot. Now, if you're walking the appraiser through your house and whatnot, and then they rate it lower, and then you come back and say, "Hey, I found these comps. There's a comp across the street." See, the way that appraisers work
What is a comp?
It's a comparable house that recently sold in the area. So the appraisers work the same way, and most appraisers don't know what the hell they're doing. That's the reality of the situation. In real estate, the guys who really know what they're doing are the guys who are doing rehabs and buying houses cash. They're the ones who really know the actual market value of homes. So when you hire an appraisal, a lot of times they will give you an underestimated version because appraisers most of the time are conservative with numbers. Now you can go and hire another appraiser and they give you a totally different price. But what you do is you find your own comps, you show them your comps, and then you say, "Hey, I think you're wrong because this, that, and the third." And a lot of times they will revise that appraisal. Just like if you get a high property tax bill and it comes in and you're like, "Oh, this is bullshit. I don't even use this property. This property is ran down. I haven't been here in 20 years and now y'all raising the taxes." You can go to the tax commissioner and say, "Hey, y'all raise taxes, but this property, has not been, this property's been vacant for 10, 20 years. And then they'll go and change it. So it's not that, "Oh, well, he's black and we're going to appraise the house for a lower value because he's black." It's just the reality of the situation is, for one, most appraisers don't know what the hell they're doing. And for two, most people are not even giving any input into that appraisal, i.e. showing the appraiser comps and what they think the overall appraised value should be because they don't understand real estate.
Also, too, we also get what you get every year when we get down here for our house is a tax from the tax assessor's office as far as what the value of your home is. So what he's speaking about is correct. So I don't know about, I've seen some of those stories too, but every year, since we've been in our house, we always get something from the tax assessor's office down here. So yeah,
and those are county appointed appraisers. So if you go and get an independent appraiser, then you might get a different result. So a lot of those stories are bullshit. And the other thing is, they don't happen often. If it was a legitimate form of racism and appraiser just said, "Hey, it's a black person in this house, so I'm gonna appraise it for 10, 15, maybe even 20% less of the value," that scenario is extremely rare because there are millions of houses being sold every day. And it's not like there are millions of these stories. You see like one or two within the past couple of years, and most of them are bullshit.
All right.
Well, cool. I think that the reason why it doesn't happen is because they check in.
Yeah, you got to check in before you go get your house appraised and make sure that But, all right. So, now watching the building says when you go to prison, they check your paperwork and cut it out. Y'all killing me with the check-in stuff. Free majority of the building says check in if you want to know where a black person is mentally. Just pay attention to what they mentioned first. Read the condition of the community, racism or accountability. Thank you for the super chat. Do appreciate that. I appreciate everybody who supported the stream. Shout out to each and every one of you who super chatted, Cash App, like, share, subscribe, or just watch with indifference. I appreciate each and every one of you. And Black Gen Z Millennial, I think I might have reached out to you before to try to get you on my show, but hit my email. It's in the back chat.
Okay.
Hit my email. Yeah, we gotta set something up. I gotta get you on for a one-on-one, man. I think you're pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. But all right, we got to get up out of here. I don't like to go over 3 hours because we'll fall into a 5-hour marathon and I'll be here all damn day. But shout out to everybody. Do appreciate each and every one of you. And with that said, we are out of here. Peace. We go. Hold on, let me double check. Fantastic. Are you going live?
Yes, indeed.
Game changer? When you going live, Fantastic?
Right now.
Damn it! Drop the link in the chat, nigga.
Hold on.
Drop that link.
Hey, Bernard, I'm heading up your way later this week, man. I got to go get some of that great Flint water, man, on a run. Man, so I'll email you.
Yeah, make some Flint water.
Hey, watch what you say about Michigan now.
Yeah. Flint water. You can make the best Kool-Aid with Flint water. Trust me. But anyway,
lose all your veneers in this process.
But hey, y'all just don't click the X in the right hand corner when you leave here. That's your door right there. That's your door on the way out of here. Just go over to Fantastic. Just click on that. Let that be your door up out of here. And with that said, everybody, we are out of here. Peace. We gone.